watch it at? Is it on
Up
YouTube?
in the corner, Cynthia.
Oh, I'm on a different laptop.
Oh, are
Up
ya?
in the corner.
We're alive. We are live.
I still got somebody to say something random to start us off.
We're
Hey
live.
guys, BJ Dollar here. And if you haven't noticed the awesome title, we're riding them Cowgirl style tonight because we are live with Cynthia, the social cowgirl.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
So we're rocking that. As always, we also have the lovely Kimberly Tilly and
Hey,
Kristen
guys.
Fulham. Okay, so I know we are competing versus the Empower Hour, and that's how I like it because, you know, I'm with a bunch of rebels. So we're going to see just how many people we actually get, and Cynthia is going to do some badass Facebook stuff for us tonight. Is that what you're doing?
I don't know, I guess.
Okay.
I'll do whatever you tell me to. Well, I shouldn't say that.
No, don't say that
Let's
to
not
BJ,
go there.
Cynthia. Yeah, don't go there.
What was I thinking? I'll
They
train
might
on
have
whatever
you
you want
dye
me to
your
train.
hair blonde too.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
halfway there. I don't have that problem.
That could be trouble.
I'm down with that. You know, I'm always up for some blonde action. So I'm going to walk this way. But why don't you go ahead and just kick us off with a little bit about, you know, your story, who you are, what's going on.
Basically, I was a programmer in a former life. I was a geek, Cold Fusion mostly, SQL database administrator, spent a lot of hours behind a computer monitor, and getting outsourced overseas. So I ended up where I was building things like fan pages, which is how I got into social media. You know, Facebook was pretty much the intro. How many years ago, but people wanted to start marketing their business online using social media, which led into, you know, all kinds of other stuff now, fan pages, Twitter, and Pinterest, and, you know, all the other stuff you guys have been talking about. But I guess, you know, most of my intro into online marketing just came through that. I was constantly chasing clients down, and it's kind of like, I call it like the used car salesman theory, you know, like every you got to go find more clients and more work. It was almost like, you know, it's just, even though you're self-employed, it's still like a job. You know, you still got to go out there and find the clients, and you're still working for them, and it's even harder when you're self-employed. In a way, you got to go out and find the clients. When you just show up at a job, you know, a bank teller, there were days where it's like, man, I just want to be a bank teller. Because it was so easy, you know, something like that, where just worry about it. How I kind of got into, you know, the whole residual income. Different things just had residual income coming on online. I was marketing, and that really gets you. Once you get that residual income, wake up the month, and you know, like, you know, I log in with my phone. I'm like, okay, here's how much money is coming in this month, and that's a huge difference for anybody that hasn't been there. You know, to go from like that job, you know, you got to go to work to get a penny, you know, to, or self-employed, got to go find new clients or new customers there, if they, you know, way of thinking, to just waking up and knowing, nope, there's going to be a deposit. So that's always nice. But I don't know, single mom, got a little boy, just turned 8. It's at Boy Scouts with his dads tonight.
Ah.
No.
So, what else do you want to know? Is that enough about my story?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Just, you know, something to let them kind of relate to who you are, let them know to who you are before we just kind of dive into whatever we're talking about tonight. You know, our story is always interesting. We went ahead and hopped into Tam's Team and Visalis together, and that's where our little correlation and meeting up began, and our adding on Facebook and chit-chatting on several different occasions on several different things. And so it's always crazy to get one of my Vi girls. This is actually our second thing where we've done one of these together. We did one for Visalis right after the Atlanta event, right?
Right.
So So now we've X'd out a few people though. So we got rid of Tam and everybody. They're not on here tonight. I think they're off with the Empower Hour call. So that's always good. But it's always great to have some awesome social media people, and we've actually taken a huge turn for social media lately, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted you on here. And I'm kind of on a new kick. Kimberly and I are on a new kick of we're doing everything, and we're going to teach people how to build a business without any, websites being built or capture pages, anything like that outside of what you can do with social media. So when I started thinking about, who could I get on here? Who's better than, the social cowgirl? So I was like, yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but thank you.
So I absolutely had to have you on here. Absolutely. So,
So
guys,
tell me, where do people? Is that over on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right here. PJ is streaming live. Right here. Okay.
I'm actually going to go ahead and rethrow the link up, although we have 15 viewers already. So within the first 5 minutes, we're already up to about halfway to a third of what we normally get. So
you want me to social media to about 150 groups real quick?
Yes.
I got an app for that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I've got 2 laptops here, which is why I look this way so I can see the screen. I'm trying to bring it up here because I usually function with 2 laptops at a time. Let me get logged in here, and I'll blast the link out here to all the Empower Network groups real quick.
Okay.
Nice.
Takes me 8 seconds once I get logged in. Do what? Oh,
Gotta get Elaine on one night too, BJ.
Yeah, Elaine will be joining us. This week is going to be great. Our lineup this week is awesome. And we kick it off with the lovely Cynthia Social Cowgirl. Then tomorrow we have Christina Muniz on, and then even after that we have Alex Zubraz. And then Thursday, who did you say we have on Thursday, Kimberly?
I'm not sure if Chris Rushlow is coming on.
Rush.
It hasn't been confirmed. Yeah.
Rushy.
Hasn't been confirmed yet, so we'll
He's
see.
awesome.
He is awesome.
Okay, so you want this YouTube, right?
Yeah.
YouTube watch, YouTube broadcast. No, that's not it. I need to come over here. I have about 42 windows open, so I apologize here.
I just tagged you in a Facebook post that has the correct YouTube link for them to watch. The the link that's on your
here.
wall.
The Gidjikiva who.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so come hang out with us live.
Yeah, I gotta get that app because I'm tired of going and manually posting it everywhere.
If I could spell, it helps.
Elaine and Nancy are here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've only got 30, 60, 90, and I've only got about 110 Facebook groups that are in power here.
Oh, darn.
Nothing big. Just
okay, that's done.
Nice.
I just spammed 110 Facebook groups for you.
I need that, Cynthia.
I love it.
The heck?
So if you go to Facebook right now, you probably see how I posted in a zillion groups. I usually don't do them all at once. I usually try and spread them out, and I schedule them 15, 30 an hour apart, something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not spamming.
Oh, Facebook, the whole thread, everything, the home page is all.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I see it. My news feed just became Cynthia Central.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
That is great.
Oh.
My stuff is blowing up.
So now we'll see what it
Mine
jumps up
too.
to.
Yeah, that's all I see.
Oh, snap. Huh.
Ah.
That is
It's-
great. Well,
It's cool when you're a coder. Can
Mm-hmm.
program
yeah. That's
We
the
got
other
ya.
thing. That's
Got
the
some
secret to the
skills.
cowgirl. You think she's just a Facebook princess, but then she's like, nope, I'm a badass coder too. I know what I'm doing. She's like, oh, better think twice before you say something. She'll hack you. Like, you've been
She'll
logged out of
scrub you.
Facebook for a month.
Yeah. She'll scrub you from the internet. Be very careful.
She turns your Facebook to Spanish or something.
Oh, that's hysterical. Oh, we do that all the time, and people leave theirs logged in, and you turn it to pirate, and they don't know how to turn it back. Spanish and stuff can be a little mean because people really don't understand it. Like they can't even think about how to get around. But at least pirate gives you a clue, right? Like, "Aye, matey," you know. Have you not ever turned your Facebook to pirate?
No.
No.
Right? You have to do this right now. Everybody watching, go turn to your profile. Let me find it. Facebook moved it on us. It's in a
No.
you can change your language, and they have some crazy stuff in there that's just a joke. I forget, walking the plank or just crazy. Okay, here we go. You go the little arrow that points down. Go to account settings, and it's on the general tab right there. And yours is going to say language English.
Yeah.
Edit that and change it to where.
Oh, I gotta do it. That's hilarious.
But go down. I think it's under P for pirate. Yeah, I mean you could change somebody's Facebook to Chinese or something, and they really couldn't read it.
That'd be terrible.
Okay, I don't see
That's
pirate in
hilarious.
there.
I didn't even know that was there.
You can even turn it upside down. That's even funnier. You can go upside down, but it's under English because it's English. But
Oh,
look
English pirate.
at English pirate. Yeah. So click that, and then click Save Changes, and now go back to your Facebook call. Oh my God, we're gonna get snorts out of this. It's hysterical.
Somebody get a snort counter ready. Here we go.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, like
fatality?
Bottle of messages. The events are Grogfest.
Oh.
Wow.
Date you're plundering.
Look at the cover photo. It says "Swap your large sale."
Things closer to me heart.
Oh.
Update your plunder.
Me hearties is my friends.
Parties. Here in the depths.
This is awesome.
Fancies. Oh, we got fancies.
Yeah, so if somebody leaves their Facebook on, like you're in an event and somebody leaves their laptop sitting there,
Oh,
it real quick. It only takes like 5 seconds to know where it's at.
oh my God.
I never knew that.
And when you go to like the home port,
I know it. It's all. It's
you can say
all
"R."
pirate.
Weigh in
Wow.
and blabber your mates.
Lago Adventures. Ye old map. We're up to 2 snorts for her now.
Okay,
Everybody
Pete.
keep me
We
track
don't
of
have
them.
any comments yet. Do I have to refresh the YouTube page?
Yeah, refresh it, because we have like
Oh
7,
man.
8.
Okay, so
9.
who else out there changed their Facebook profile to pirate?
And
Yeah,
it says,
I'm trying to do
and the
it.
guy, and it all says like captain, and then the person's name.
And the girls are something different, aren't they? What is
Oh, it all says captain.
Captain?
Let me see.
Portraits, peer
We need
into
to do
the
a
depth.
group somewhere.
Oh, when looked like BJ Dollar when he posted it, it's 4 shots of rum ago.
Yeah. That is awesome. I really hope I don't leave this on and like forget and then go back tomorrow and be like, what is this?
Oh.
What happened?
Now look in the group. In the group where you see all the little tabs.
Mm-hmm.
Concerning, Grogfest, Portraits, Treasure, and Hail Shots. I like that. Hail Shots.
Oh man,
Well, you know what's worse is to turn it upside down, and it's English. It's just like you normally would see it, but all the
Yeah.
sentences are literally flipped. You have to read everything
I've
upside
done
down.
that. I've done
Oh,
that.
snap.
If you go back
Yeah.
under the arrow, it says, set a ye old Facebook advertisement. Rigging.
Yeah,
Piracy settings.
that's hilarious.
Abandoned ship.
Oh my god.
Crap, how do we even get out of this?
I'm not telling. You got to figure
Yeah.
that out.
Oh, I'm already halfway through it.
Oh, I figured it out. All right.
Okay.
Oh, fleets. Secret code.
Tongue. This is great.
The pocket.
I can't believe you guys haven't seen Pirate before.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Kimberly, why isn't yours?
I just got on it.
French.
I'm on it.
oh
Now.
man.
Yours should be in Canadian French since you're in Canada.
But that would be French.
Ah, I gotta do the upside down stuff.
Oh, mine is upside down and it's crazy.
I gotta.
It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
Those who be tracking.
Oh my goodness. The like button and everything's upside down. All of the messages. Oh my goodness. Except for V. How did VA stay upright and everything else is upside down?
Well, you really want to mess with somebody like your roommate after they go out drinking one night. Turn their Facebook upside down. You're at a friend's house having a few drinks. Just turn their Facebook upside down. They'll never know how to get it back.
The next morning, they're like, dude, what happened? You got that Facebook update too?
Been hacked.
Yeah. What's that?
That is great.
Oh no.
Well, see,
Okay.
this,
You really want to learn anything serious, right?
yeah, this is enough content for the hangout anyway. We don't got to talk about like work or anything. This is great.
Ooh, I gotta go back.
Elaine said, "Oh my God, that's so funny. I have my mom's login. I'm gonna change hers."
Oh no.
Oh, that's funny.
Then you better
I
put
can't
that on video.
I
Oh
can't see
man.
where people have posted.
If you go to the YouTube channel, there should be a box on
Oh,
the
I
right.
see that box on the left. I'm with you. Elaine, I'm going to change her. It's okay. I see it.
Oh, Elaine, that's so dirty but so funny. Hazel wants to know what software you're using to post in all those groups at once, and I kind of want to know that too, actually.
Yeah, I have to refresh to get the questions, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a streaming thing. Oh, wait, should I update automatically? I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with it now. I use a different platform than Google Hangouts, so you guys have to bear with me. You don't have to be like a social media genius to know how to use everything. So I use Vocal instead of Google, so you have to bear with my Hangout ignorance.
It's okay. It couldn't be as bad as our first hangout. Oh my goodness.
I was there. Remember, I hopped on and then
Yeah.
it left, and it came back, and it left, and it came back, and then I don't think I ever got back on. I just had to watch the replay because I couldn't figure out where to go get it then.
We couldn't either. We were like, oh, we don't know where to go.
But
Lisa had to save us.
the application is actually, it's Plum Social. It's actually an application that I developed, which is why I use it. But
Oh snap.
we've had some issues with it on the server, and I've moved servers. And right now, sometimes if you go to it, the pages are really weird, and you click stuff and it goes different places because I just like restored an old backup and haven't had the time in the past week to really get it up because nobody really knows it's there unless you click on my profile. It just says founder of Plum Social, and that's how people found it, but it hasn't been advertised or promoted. Actually, Chris Weschlow and I were both like collaborating on some things to like not like a launch because I don't want to deal with like a zillion people,
True.
but just a way to like let people know it's there and start letting people have access to it. Chris has been in, actually. I think I let him in back in. We were sitting in an airport. I don't know, Atlanta? Might be Atlanta. I gave him access. I mean, it's there. It's just not promoted yet because I don't want to deal with the whiners like, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. Okay, like 80% of it works, you know? But, anywho,
Whoopsie.
yeah.
I think you just launched it.
So I basically just logged into my own dashboard on my application and posted it. So that stuff is all set up. It's got where you can actually schedule posts instead of, they always say the best time's the day to post stuff. Or, for example, when people are launching or when businesses are having a grand opening, when is it the craziest? It's the days right before the event or the launch or the whatever, when you have the least amount of time to be sitting in front of Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and all that crap, right? So basically what you can do is log in and schedule everything. So, for example, for me, being a social media manager for other clients, I could log in on the first of the month and basically schedule the entire month's worth of work out, save it, and walk away. Because I know we're going to tweet this lunch special on that day, this dinner thing, this band thing, all the events or whatever, at these times, like a day before the event or 2 hours before lunch goes out the lunch special. Just as an example. And it's just done. You walk away and it posts it all.
Nice.
Twitter, Facebook, there's like, I forget the list we've got in there now, but I think there's like 57 some odd social media.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's actually a little bit of Plum Social. You can see the current list. You can post to your WordPress blog. It actually works as a mini Aweber for people that don't want to go pay for Aweber. It has lead capture page. You can put HTML in there. You can use like the little Aweber form. It's got its own little form maker. So for people that are newbies that don't have Aweber, don't understand Aweber, don't have like 1,500 different lists like some of us do, you can have one list, you can have one series of emails that goes out, and you can basically use it as social media. You can text people from it. If they have their cell phone number in the lead capture form, you can send them text reminders, or you can input them, like if you have a team, you want to input your EN team in, say, hey, don't forget to hang out tonight.
Cool.
So stuff like that. It'll send text messages to people. So it's kind of like a little all-in-one management thing. It also has a dashboard where I don't have to log into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the groups, all the things I manage. It has a dashboard, and it shows me, like, the one post will be Twitter, one post will be LinkedIn, one post will be Facebook. And it's just basically like a stream from all social media sources, and I can click and reply straight out of the application. So I never have to log in. So for me, as a client, if I'm managing 10 different clients, I don't want to log into 10 Facebook accounts, 10 Twitter accounts. They all come into my one application, and I just have a tab for, like, the restaurant, the floral shop, whatever. And so when I click on that tab, it lists their feed so that I can see what customers are saying back and respond.
That is awesome.
Apply that to anything, have one place really to just watch and respond straight up. Never have to leave it. Yeah.
Now I want that.
Go get it.
I'm going to. I just need to know where it's at.
It's on our page.
I actually have Dave Wood's been in it. He's got an account. Mike Dillard's in it. He's got an account. So, I mean, there's people that are big and seen it like, this is cool. You need to get it done. I'm like, yeah, I'll put that on my list with like the 47 other thousand things I do. So it's on the list. And it's really the dashboard part is done. The main part that got crashed is like the front end is the WordPress blog. And it got like hacked into and messed up. And I just have to fix the front end to it now so that people can actually like get into it, sign up, and buy an account, That's all I really have left. It's just my stuff always ends up getting done last.
Gotcha.
So, anywho.
That is gangster. That is gangster. Oh man, we might have to sell that for you. Just $4.97 up front. I don't know what it is, but that's what I would.
Well, and the main thing I have to teach people too is to not go overboard, because Facebook will put you in timeout like everybody will. I can go post to 100 groups like that because I have a lot of like Facebook juice. You know what?
Yep.
They like me. Kind of like you teach people with the Twitter. Like, you got to make Twitter like you so that they'll let you do more.
Exactly.
So you'll start seeing error messages in your back office, in your in your dashboard is what we call ours, where messages aren't going through, or you'll post something and it's not there. It's because you'll log in, you'll see an error, and it's because Facebook has basically put you in timeout for spamming. So that was really not a very good example, because people are going to go, I'm going to go do that shit, and then they're going to get Facebook timeout, right? So even I still time them out. I space them. I have like 4 sets of Empower Network groups, and I space them apart by an hour sometimes, so that it's not like 100 groups at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not fun to make Facebook mad.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Twitter. It's exactly what I do. Go use the Twitter method, then do some regular tweeting, maybe go follow some people, then go right back to it. Give some time.
Well, and the worst part of it is most people, to me, log in and use the tool just to spam. And to me, groups are just out of control. I mean, I have a thing on my group that says, you spam my group, you're out. I mean, you don't even get a second chance anymore because I'm fed up with it. And it's like every day. I got to go clean people out. And then somebody gets a hold of a tool like this where you can go post in how many groups all at once, and it's just like a spam fest.
Yep.
Well, people are already doing that with Hootsuite.
Exactly. And that's
like, and then they say, oh, I didn't realize I had this group in there. You know what? Then learn your stuff before you start posting.
Exactly.
Well, I've actually that last week even. Somebody said something to me. I'm like, I went and checked, and I searched for the group name, but somehow I didn't search for it right. And I posted something again, and they called me on it again just because they didn't delete me right away, because they're like, okay, we you know, we had this talk last week, and it was me searching for the, you know, the something in the name was different when I searched for it, but they spelled it different, or I don't remember what it was. So I've done that. Dang, I didn't know that group was in there. Because a lot of times what I do is, like, there's groups I want to be in, and I watch and I follow and I don't spam them. But if you just throw me in a group and don't even ask, that's all outright for me to spam the group. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to.
Just, like, I getting thrown into all those groups and all those notifications, and that drives me nuts. So if you can't be polite enough to ask me about putting me in a group, I'll check it out. And if it's not something really high quality, it's just spam material.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because I see people adding specific people to new groups as kind of like the new social proof.
Right.
Like, oh, if this person's in my group, then I'll get some more people to join.
I've had so many people say, oh, you're in like every group I go in. And I'm like, and
really?
they'll think that, like, what did you do? Like, how did you get in all those groups? I'm like, I didn't do anything except for I got people throwing me in groups just to...
Yeah, not cool.
I don't know. So, which is part of my Twitter issue that we've talked about, BJ, because I've had my Twitter account for a long time, and I quit using it and following it, so I'm sure I've had lots of people that haven't followed me back, but I kind of like just pulled out of Twitter, except for, you know, like clients and stuff. But it's just like a bunch of, at least mine, I mean, you get up to 40, 50,000 people following you and followers, and it's just like a bunch of robots talking to each other. Everybody's automated it through all this Twitter software, and it's all, mine is like a bunch of robots and a bunch of robots emailing me. And I just, like, okay, I checked out of Twitter because of it.
That's what I said. That's what I didn't get about it. To me, it was just like, you know, you're just reading, like, I don't know, random things.
That's why you start making lists, though. You make like groups of people that you only want to see. Like, I know I don't want to see everybody that's following me or that I'm following. I just want to see, like, Oprah, Deepak Chopra. There's only certain people that I want to see their tweets. I don't want to see everybody. So you have to do it by list. But when you have 40 or 50,000 people, how do you do that?
Yeah, I got to go find, like, all of my key friends and put them on lists, and it was just too, I don't know, too much. I just said, like, dude, find me on Facebook.
And then
you really want me?
That is
find
great.
me on Facebook.
You need to make another Twitter and then promote hardcore on the Twitter that you have with all the robots, that if they're a real person and they're really your friend, they need to follow you on this one. So then you find out who your real market is, and then start labeling them off. Like, oh, I feel like this one's a robot, so put that in the robot list. Oh, I feel like this is a real person, put that one in. So then you get to that point, and you get to the point where you have a few thousand of your real people who really will talk to you and listen to you, that you can then use this second form of Twitter method on to really take over. Because if you get a solid 10,000 followers, then you can start bringing in probably 1,000 leads a day. Like if you get 10,000 followers that all communicate with you, you can easily bring in 1,000 leads a day, and it's just a simple format and a simple process from there. So you just got to downgrade your robots. You got to find out which is a robot, which is a real person, and then I'll help you along that way as we go through here.
I have other Twitter accounts that I use for different things, just different niches and stuff, but I don't have one specifically just because that one is Social Cowgirl. That's the one everybody goes and follows.
Right.
But,
makes sense.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed easily and I just check out. I can't decipher people from robots, so
no.
That was my main issue when I started talking to BJ about Twitter, because it's like I do social media. I know how to use Twitter, and I use it for clients and other people. It's just my personal account sucks because of the 50,000 people just yapping stuff. And I'm just like, God.
So you need someone to do yours then.
Exactly. I'm like, I just need to I need to get my Filipino guy and just say dude, click on my Twitter.
Yeah, he'll sit there and every single person go figure out if they're a robot spammer or not. You can just do it that way. Yeah, pay him like $4 an hour. Let him sit there for 5 hours. Then you have.
I have a guy in the Philippines that I pay like $150 a month to work full time. It's awesome.
What? I need to give me one of those.
Yeah, give us his number.
Does he have any friends?
Does he have any brothers and sisters?
That's right. How many of them are in one household?
Does he have any colleagues?
That is gangster. I need me one of those. If you're a Filipino watching this, there's $150 with your name on it.
No, BJ, knock it up. 200.
He's actually working right now too. He goes to work. For me, he goes to work at like 4 or 5 o'clock at night and works till about midnight.
Gotcha. That's not bad.
Yeah, something like that. So it's not like, I used to have a guy in India. That was insane. He went to work at like 9:30 at night and worked until 8 in the morning my time. It's like that's crazy. I can't answer questions. It was the delay. He'd have a question, we'd wait a day. I'd answer him. It was it was like a lapse in everything because I wasn't there to answer it. So I like the Philippines a lot better than India, just because I can deal with the time change, the time zone there. I think it's like butt crack of dawn where he is though when he gets up. I think he goes to work at like 4 in the morning.
Ugh.
I don't know what time is it in the Philippines right now. I don't have them in my phone of all places.
I don't think I have them either.
I have like London, New York, Spokane, Tokyo. Oh, Patagon. It's 11 a.m. right now.
Are you sure that's the Philippines?
Yeah, that's right. There's 12-hour difference.
That's where he is in I don't know how you say it. Pagadian.
Yeah, it is a 12-hour difference.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Now I need a new Facebook software, a Filipino worker, and now I know how to flip my Facebook upside down and make it into a pirate. This is already productive, and we're like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, outsourcing is great. Anybody that hasn't read like 4 Hour Workweek, I highly recommend the book. Outsource as much as you can. Learn that also from Lawrence Tam. Lawrence Tam is a really good friend of mine, okay? So don't take this the wrong way, but let me tell you, Lawrence Tam is cheap and he's lazy. Lawrence Tam is like the biggest tightwad. He says frugal Asian, whatever. Yeah. He's the biggest frugal Asian you'll ever meet, and he doesn't like to have to do the work himself. So he will find somebody somewhere to pay to do it for him.
The frugal Asian.
That is great.
You haven't heard that yet, Krishna? Yeah.
his on his lead capture page. Frugal
Yeah,
Asian.
it's Frugal Asian.
I just call him a tightwad. But I guess Frugal Asian goes better with.
That's what Dave Sharp was calling him too. He's like, his face is even tight. You know, he's so tight.
Oh yeah, he is. But 4-hour work week is great. You know, find you some people overseas, Philippines, India, Pakistan. They can do a lot of work for you. My guy, he will do.
Yeah.
He runs through. He does all like my backlinking, SEO, article marketing, whatever. I give him an article. He spins it and he runs it through like article marketing robot, submits it to like a zillion places, and then he takes all the variations and he backlinks all those variations. So like I get reports every day, and some of them are like 32 pages long of a spreadsheet, little bitty lines in the spreadsheet, 32 pages of it, of links that he's backlinked my articles that he spun, and he gets a new keyword every day and starts over.
Wow. Now, do you have to supply him with the keywords?
I give him the keyword and I give him the article, the original article.
Okay.
Wow.
And he does all kinds of stuff. They post it. They create accounts on like social media, hundreds of social media places, and they, you know, do all kinds of backlinking and article marketing.
David Wood was using someone in the Philippines as well.
Might be.
Yeah, I think so.
I forget where David's guy was from.
Yeah,
Chris would probably know. Chris does a lot of David's SEO.
Yeah.
And outsources it for him. So. But, you know, I mean, you see what Rob Bohr's doing, and everybody thinks, like, oh, I'm going to go be Rob Bohr. I'm going to write an article, and I'm going to submit it here. I'm going to submit it there. I'm going to submit it there. And then I'm going to go make a link. And it's like, you don't understand that there's, like, software and people overseas that can do in one day what it would take somebody to do manually, the manual way, like an entire month.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the one day a lot better.
And not doing it yourself.
Yeah,
right. And so new
part.
people think, how come, you know, Rob Bohr can write it? And I'm like, well, Rob Bohr has tools that cost hundreds of dollars a month for each tool that he uses. You know, he's got outsourcer people doing crap, and it's just, it's a whole different ballgame.
It's a different world.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep it real with people, because, you know, people think, like, oh, all you do is play on Facebook, and all you know, and you make it sound so easy, but it's like, I like to make it real for people so they know, like, here's what gurus are really doing, you know, here's what it takes. You know, Lawrence Tam gives somebody $10,000 a month to send him leads.
Yes.
You want to know why he's on stage?
Yeah.
$10,000 a month. Fork it over, and you can.
Not even 10. It's probably more like 100 now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's paying now. I knew like the first batch was like $10,000, and
traffic.
What
up to 100,000, I think.
Get traffic and leads, and so, you know, you don't just like log on to Empower Network and become Lawrence Tam somewhere.
No.
You know, you've got to create the brand that he's got and have the $10,000 to pay for the traffic.
Pay for the traffic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get the leads, get the sign-ups, which it's a big check.
Mm-hmm.
So
people don't get it. I mean, even like, you know, I was like, what are they doing? Like, I don't understand. I'm blogging, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm doing everything they say, but then you don't realize that it's the traffic.
Yeah, I mean, just guru traffic. You know, I mean, a lot of the guys on stage, you know, I know what a lot of them are doing. And, but, you know, there's a lot of people in that room, you know, the red lanyard people that are just doing normal stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that aren't guru, don't have all that money to do traffic, that don't have all the tools that Rob Bohr has. So, I mean, I'm not saying you can't make money. It's just
that kind of money.
That level of people, they've got some tricks up their sleeve generally.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you actually learn in like 15Ks and Costa Rica masterminds and stuff like that. So we don't spill all the guru tricks. You got to go buy the products and learn them, right?
Yes,
that's right. But these hangouts are to give you guys some guru tricks. Just let you know a little bit about what we do. And always, we got traffic for you to buy if you want to be a Lawrence Tam who pays all sorts of crazy money to buy traffic. The only difference is ours comes with a system that converts it. So, you don't have to pay $10,000 to get the results that he does. You can pay, a couple thousand, get the conversion results that he does. So,
and it allows people to have some solid footing to start on and then scale up. Because you do have to scale up at some point. You can try and stay free for so long, but paid traffic does work. So
how do we know how many people are watching? You guys said you knew how many people are watching.
I think only BJ knows that. Because he's that.
It's a secret. I'm like, how do you see all that on here?
I am the keeper of the results.
Sure. Hang on just a sec.
And now she disappeared. Just an empty bed.
Well, that's like you a lot of times. I'm like, where do you go? I'm freezing a lot, though. Is your screen freezing a lot, or is it just mine?
It's just yours.
Okay. I gotta go change this thing. This is hilarious. I forgot.
What are you changing?
I still have it on pirate.
Well, I got it off that a long time ago.
Yeah, me too. I was like, nope, no pirate for me.
It was confusing me. I was like, wait.
Sorry, I had a delivery.
Oh, lucky.
Did you
get any for me?
I don't know what it is. Something cantaloupe, vodka. I'm not real sure.
Sweet.
No thanks. Don't like cantaloupe.
Anything with vodka, I'm down.
My ladies. Look at that. You started mentioning vodka and we shot up by 5 viewers.
See, there you go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bail on you, but mine was knocking on the door. I actually my house is 118 years old, and they were going to demolish it when I got it, and so I restored it, made it livable, and moved walls and moved plumbing and things like that. So,
wow.
The attic, these old houses, it was built to be where there's snow, so it has a real steep roof. You guys, Canada, snow loads on roofs.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas people don't have it, but this house was actually built or architected by somebody that lived up north. Real steep roof so that the snow just slides off. It doesn't leave weight on the roof.
Okay.
So a ton of space upstairs. So once we measured it all, I added 1,100 square feet in addition to my 4 bedrooms downstairs. So a girlfriend of mine was getting divorced and wanted to stay here for a while, and that's been either 3.5 or 4.5 years ago now. So so I park around the back door and come in, and she comes in the front door and immediately goes upstairs, and so sometimes we go weeks and don't see each other. Only time I see her is when I have to get to my office. I come past the threshold that goes upstairs. So other than that, it's like an entire separate space. Wow. So every now and then it's like, okay, I made food or I made drinks, and so she came down and was knocking on my office door.
Nice.
Oh, that's gangster.
It is. I'm actually in the guest bedroom off my office because I do photography, so I have some studio lights in here, which is why I came in here because it's bright. I have 12-foot ceilings, and so I have a hard time doing webinars because all the lights are so stinking far up. It's not bright. And my webcam sucks. And I've got this cheap-ass webcam because my good one broke.
You sound like me. I'm in here with one lamp, and I got my actual installed on the laptop webcam rocking. So
yeah, I've actually got, what is it, like a 5-foot softbox, photography softbox. That's what I turned on when I said, "Hang on, let me turn the light on." So
nice.
It's still dark. I want lights like Kimberly. I need the good webcam so you can actually see me.
No, that's right out of my computer. It's
I
right out
know.
of my laptop. Yeah.
The one on mine sucks. This is the one right off my laptop too.
Really?
Yeah. And it's always dark. Everybody's always like, I can't see you. And I'm like, every light I own is on.
It's like have them like I had a hat like shining.
I do.
That's
I have a
great.
softbox above me, and I have one in front of me, and look how dark it still is. Plus the ceiling fan light.
But it looks all romantic and everything.
Romantic.
So. Yeah.
With my, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a martini. Cantaloupe martini?
Yeah. You got the brass bed in the background.
The iron bed, everything's, I have some old stuff to go with my old house.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anywho, we were training on what, Facebook?
Yeah.
Have we talked about Facebook yet, except for turning it upside down?
And I still
No.
have it upside down. I still have it
Not
all
really.
Oh no.
But I did get an interesting question. Okay, it says, ask Cynthia, if she was a beginner, what would she outsource first?
That's a good question. I guess for me that's probably a little different because the way I started with social media, like I didn't get the whole blogging, article marketing, the stuff I'm outsourcing, I didn't do that for a really, really long time. So when I was a beginner, I don't know that I had anything to outsource because I literally just played on Facebook. I didn't, you know, I had lots of followers through the brand, and you know, like when we joined Visalis, I mean, I guess I can say it. I'm so used to not saying it. You've already said it. You know, people are like, well, what'd you do? I'm like, I don't know. I just posted it on Visalis. I mean, on Facebook. You know, and you get followers that like you and trust you, and it just kind of goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of the way it was when I started too. Is I spent a lot more time spending time with people and communicating with them than I have to now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think when I was a beginner, there's really a whole lot I could have outsourced. Probably for me, the one thing I could have done was like automated my social media as a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
But for somebody that's blogging and is trying to get organic traffic,
Mm.
you know, the stuff that I outsource was it's insane what this guy does, because that's all they do. You know, a lot of the outsourced places that you find online, they train these kids. They take kids out of high school in these countries and they train them where all they know how to do is like SEO or PHP, you know, WordPress. I mean, there's some basic things that they can do, and I don't have to keep up with SEO right now because they take care of it for me. Like I'll check in with, I have like my main guy, or sometimes more than one, depending on for clients' work. But then they have like a boss, and I can get they're in the Philippines, but they're all like Jake and Jerry and stuff like that. But I go to Jerry's boss and ask Jake, you know, hey, what's up with this Google release, the latest, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, we're on it, and here's what the changes we're making. You know, I don't have to understand it. You know, so many newbies don't know that with Google you can shoot yourself in the foot by the wrong places.
Yes.
You know, Google can give you negative points just like they can give you positive points.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to read some article that some half newbie wrote that had good intentions but was wrong and go do this stuff, and now you're getting like negative Google juice. So, you know, just I think from a standpoint, especially like from the software that we use, I mean, I know how to use the software that Jerry uses, but for me to take the time to do it, you know, I did the math. I mean, I did it the other day, but what is that? That's like $150 a month. If I have 30 days,
Nothing.
what? Who's the mathematician? It's not me.
And he's working how many hours per day? Like 7 days a week?
50 cents a day. No, that's like
Divided by 30 days.
that's $5 a day.
$5 a day. And he works from, like, usually he checks in with me about 4 or 5 o'clock. I'd say probably the earliest. Sometimes it's even before 4 or 5 o'clock, and then he sends me his update for the day, usually around 11 o'clock at night, sometimes 11:30, 12.
Mm.
So that's 7-8 hours.
Wow.
And you don't have to know how to use all of the tools, SE Nuke, Article Marketing Robot, Scrapebox. I mean, all this like high-end stuff that's hundreds of dollars a month, you know, and things to run, plus then figuring out how to use it, knowing how that you have to rotate your IP addresses so it doesn't all seem like it's coming from the same computer. You know, there's so much that's complicated to that kind of stuff, as if you're even thinking about doing something like that. It's so much easier to just find a good outsourcer and outsource that stuff if you're looking to do organic Google rankings. I actually took a blog that I put it online in May, I think. It was something for Visalis. I registered a really long domain name that has like every Visalis keyword in it, just for the domain name juice, and had the guys start working on it. I think I checked it the other day because I'm like, I really need to go blog. I think it's got maybe 40 articles on it. Nothing like what should be for what are we? That thing's been up for at least 6 months now. And I have a WordPress plugin. I think it's called Rank Tracker. It's like the most amazing thing. You can enter multiple domains. So I have it on like my main blog, and I track like clients' domains. You know, I could do like, just as an example, like the car dealership. You know, you can take their keywords, and then you could take the florist and put in their keywords, and it tells me where they rank for those keywords with Google, Bing, and Yahoo. So it's like a generic report for all your domains and all the keywords that you're targeting. And so I keep track of all the keywords. And I think last time I checked, there was like 187 keywords in Google's top 10. And for a blog I put up in May and only did 47 blog posts. And so that's just the power of all SEO. I really did was SEO. All I did was I used Traffic Geyser for a month, and I uploaded a bunch of videos to a lot of places, and then I sent my articles to Jerry.
Wow.
You know, and so that's just the power of like video marketing and knowing how to backlink it right. You backlink it, SEO it, article market it, all those things. He uses like 7 different programs that would cost you a couple $1,000s to buy, and then you've got to go do the labor. I'm like, hello, I pay him $150 a month.
It's nothing.
That's a steal, a total steal, and nothing but a steal. I love it.
You sell anything is organic, which takes time, paid advertising. That's it. So, you know, you've either got to do the work and do it like organically, and either Facebook and Twitter, find people, create relationships with them. You've got to get
And that all takes time.
Oh, you like, you trust, you go through that process, your AWeber list, you know, all that stuff, kind of organic traffic, as well as like what we consider like the Google organic, which is, you know, writing the article, blasting it out, linking it, letting Google find you, index you, and then hopefully you rank, you know, on the front page 2 or 3 so that somebody finds you. You know, all of that stuff takes time. So generally, you know, free is generally takes more time. Paid is quicker. So that's, to me, that's been the fastest free marketing that I've seen so far, is what we've done with that Visalis blog. And so then I got like a genius idea to try it with Empower Network, and I put up like 4 blog posts in 4 months. With a WordPress blog separate from Empower Network, because I put plugins and stuff on my own blog to track it. But I even thought about like outsourcing it to the team, you know, getting some more Filipino guys and just saying, look, $5 an article or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of the tracking it, or I don't know. That way people can blast out your Empower Network blogs as well.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
I still haven't really gotten to Facebook much.
I know. It's because a lot of people don't realize it, but you know, Facebook is just like her front. What she appears to be good at, she's really just a badass at all these other things.
Yes, she is.
Through our IM talking, I found out that she was a programmer. I was like, whoa. You know, she sent me all this tracking stuff, and I was like, holy shit, this is like Chinese. I don't know. I was like, can you put this in video form?
I know, because when I remember when they launched it
Yeah.
in Power Network in October, Cynthia was there, and the Daves were like over her shoulder, and Cynthia's like
Oh, hang on.
programming all this stuff, right?
This phone right here, I still have the video on this phone.
Oh my
from when we launched
gosh,
in Power Network.
that
And
was so awesome.
I have the very first Monday Night Call on this phone.
Where they're pacing all around and
Pacing
everything,
that hotel room.
right?
I do.
Yeah.
I have it on here.
That was so awesome.
That would be fun to post.
I had it somewhere. I had a YouTube account get shut down. Like, who didn't? We've been slapped everywhere. We can get
slapped all over.
Dude.
I'm not going there.
But seriously, no. I remember Cynthia being there, and you think, because she's so relaxed and everything, you don't expect that, And then everybody rushes over to see what she's doing, and she's programming all this stuff, and it's like, holy cow! It's like that's insanity.
Where's my mic? Can you hear it?
I can see the hotel room. That's so funny.
That's like the first.
They just pace. They just talk.
Yeah, they pace up and down. And so I've got several of them on here. I've got a whole bunch of videos. There's Dave Wood.
Awesome.
Yeah. God, that was so much fun. That was.
So that's funny. I still have all the videos. And Dave Sharp asked me, he goes, "Do you have those backed up somewhere?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh my God, upload them." And I still have it. They're still. And the funny thing is it was the first picture I took, and I posted it, and it was Dave Wood and I sitting up, and it was literally like 4:30 in the morning. We had a big conference table set up. We had a hotel suite, and we had a big conference table set up, and it was literally just like when you couldn't stand it anymore, you went and took a nap. And it could be middle of the night, middle of the day.
Didn't even know.
Didn't know what time of day it was, hardly.
And Chris too, he was like his eyes were like, ugh.
It was crazy.
It was brutal.
And
because you didn't want to leave.
I snapped a picture. I kept having to change chairs because we were sitting at these dining room chairs. I'm like, I don't know how you guys sit at these chairs. So I would drag like a recliner from the living room into what we called the conference room, which was the dining room. This hotel suite. Yeah. And so I drug like some recliners and stuff, different chairs in, and I was sitting back in a corner in one of these big comfy chairs, and I took that picture that Dave Sharp, he's sitting at the table, and there's like a glass of wine there, and it's the picture that they used on the lead capture page.
It is. Yeah.
The one where he's sitting at the hotel room. That was us in Power Network in Orlando, and I think I'd have to look at the date on that picture. I probably still have it here, but it was like nearly a year ago. I mean, we were
mid-October. Maybe it was around this time. It was like the 19th.
Well, no, I know. I think it was the 24th was really when.
It?
Yeah, because I know that I flew home for Halloween. I flew home for a football game. Dave we canceled plane tickets. He's like, this isn't ready to launch. He's like, I don't care what it costs. Who can stay? So we just didn't get on flights home. And I'm sitting here in Florida. And then I remember we stayed for like a whole nother week. And it was like a Friday after the MLSP event. Yeah. And I told Dave, I'm like, dude, I've got to get home for a football game tomorrow. I promised my kid I would be home. And so it was Friday evening. I'm like, can I get a flight home in the morning? And so it was crazy.
It was crazy. I remember Chris, like nobody slept. Nobody.
I mean, there was you just took a nap in whatever bed or couch or whatever was empty.
And food, and they were bringing in cases of water and everything. It was funny.
Yes.
Hilarious.
It was crazy.
Crazy.
Well, there was days we didn't even step outside and breathe Florida air.
No. Yeah, that's funny.
Krishna and I are like, well, that's great reminiscing. Yeah, you remember that, Krishna?
Funny. It was funny. I mean, you knew something was going to happen, so
it's powerful when you listen to your instincts about something, and you can really just kind of tune in and pay attention to knowing that something is happening.
Oh yeah, you could feel
Something
it.
really great. I mean, Kimberly even said it. You'd said it a while ago. You just knew. You knew. You had faith in it. You just knew it was going to happen.
Well,
Yeah, even before I got there. And we didn't even know what was going to happen. We were just sitting there like they were launching something. We had no clue what they were going to, like, roll out. Because they were you on the call, Cynthia, like every Monday night before it all happened?
Yeah, because I was there.
Yeah.
I've got video. Chris Daugherty would take video when I was on the call.
Right.
And you know what's funny? The picture that you were talking about, there's a picture that somebody just commented on. Oh, one of Shakir's guys commented on it, I think. And it was me sitting at a computer, and Dave Wood and Dave Sharp were like
over your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. They were something like the birthing of Empower Network. Somebody posted that the other day.
It's
and
true.
The funny thing is it wasn't Empower Network birthing. I was showing them Plum Social at that time. That's what I was doing in the picture. Yeah. So they were over my shoulder, like looking at my application.
Yeah.
So, but some of the interesting stuff is it's different when you have like long distance relationships, or you do work for people, but live in a hotel suite with somebody for 10, 12 days or whatever we were there. Dave doesn't bathe, and then when he does, he like walks around in his towel for 20 minutes. I'm just like, oh my God,
No clue. It's like smelly hotel room. I wonder why.
Yeah, but some of it just was really interesting because you really get to learn what kind of guys they are, because usually it's like, hey, we need this, or just in any work situation, you don't really know someone's personality. And I can remember things happening. Like I remember one time Dave Sharp got upset because he called the Disneyland, he called one department and something, I can't remember what was going on, but it was like, oh, that other department, they this, and they always screw it up. I mean, I don't remember what they were saying. Obviously, I couldn't hear the conversation, but he got off the phone and he was so upset because he was like, that's not how you operate a business. It's not how you run a hotel. One department shouldn't be bashing department. That's so wrong. And it was like, okay, dude, we got stuff going on here. Come back here to us. But he was upset about the way that one department treated another. And so it says a lot about people as a human being and the things that they do. And once you see that side of people, like nobody else has really seen it. You guys see Dave get up on stage and speak, but like living with them for 12 days or whatever we did, it's amazing. They were dealing with trying to get the merchant account set up. And anybody that was there in the beginning knows what that was like. And they had the guy, and I can't remember his name now. I should, because he didn't have very much patience. And sometimes it showed in his responses to people and his conversations on the phone. And so it was, and Dave would get on the phone with him, and Dave Sharp, and just trying to deal with that. And it was just like,
oh, yeah, that's brutal.
Not one point in time did anybody like flip out on anybody else, and there could have been 100 times that could have happened because people screwed up. I mean, there have been times where Dave Wood actually admitted to, like, I just want like I can't remember what he said. It was something like, I just want like a programmer voodoo doll and a big stick pin or something, Because we know the W3 Edge guys like totally screwed up the website and crashed it and corrupted the database, and site went down for a week. Just different things. But it was never like hate and anger. That was like the worst thing that I've ever heard him say. And so people don't realize from the scenes, from what you see from the calls, like who these guys are inside. Until you see a lot of the stuff that we got to witness. And so I've told a lot of people those stories. I'm like, just the ethic.
Stick in there, hang with them. Yeah.
It was just everything they did. It was like nobody got stressed, nobody yelled, there was nothing, and it was crazy. Stuff crashed, stuff didn't work. Never had enough coffee.
No water, no anything. It's like, what the heck,
Popping these caffeine pills, and I'm just like, things.
Red Bulls. Oh my God.
Like tablets, and I was like, man, how many of those do you take a day?
They don't see that run. They don't see that work. See.
I mean, these guys were busting their butt.
Oh yeah. It was brutal.
Working hard and just amazing. Like, I have never been with a people living together in a hotel suite for 12 days in such what could have been such a stressful environment when the launch wasn't happening, the merchants weren't going through, the pages,
international stuff was not happening. It was just like everything.
It's just like, okay, well, let's just find somebody that can do this. Okay, who knows somebody? Let's fix it. And I firmly believe that, through everything we've been through, I knew Dave and Dave they'd go broke and they would go sleepless before they let anything happen, because I've sat there and done it with them. And a lot of people, they don't see that. They think, oh, I'm just joining this next thing where they're just going to sign us up and, quit when it goes south. And so I guess that's probably one of my biggest testimonies for Empower, is just being there, witnessing that, and reassuring people, like, you have no idea the work and the heart and soul that these guys put into this.
So much. All their heart and souls into it.
Yeah.
Everything, all their belief, they believe it. Like, you could feel it. Like I said, when they were talking about it, you could feel it in your gut, and it was like, okay, they're going to make it happen no matter what happens. This is going to happen. And you can just feel I don't know, it was weird. It was crazy.
And it's still going.
One night there was like 30-something people. The next night people were all packed in the room and they were outside. And, it was just like crazy. It was so crazy. And people didn't care. We were like all over the floors and, we were everywhere. And we would stay there until like 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and there was a whole event going on, like Live the Dream was going on. We'd go over there for a little while, and then we'd all come back again and congregate. And,
yeah, that didn't go over well, but...
God, no, it didn't, but yeah, it was fun. It was good. I'm so glad I was there.
I wonder if I can get another one of these delivered.
No, knock on the thing or something.
The ceiling's 12 foot up. I don't have anything. I don't have anything long enough to hang on the ceiling.
Throw something up there.
I'm gonna text her like, dude, you got any more of these?
Twitter. Just tweet it.
Tweet it. She doesn't have a clue. Like, I just showed her like Facebook. Here's what Facebook is.
Oh my God.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, I mean, where I live, it's a town of like 4,000 people. And businesses are like, oh, we're on Facebook now.
And here they are. Here she is with the social cowgirl. Hey,
and I'm like, oh God, yeah, it's funny. I actually have some friends, and they're more used to it a little bit now. But we'd go to Austin, and somebody from the IM world would be there, because we have like internet marketing parties monthly in Austin, and so somebody would be with me, a good friend that just knows me as me, and Austin, somebody would come up and go, Cowgirl, and they're like, who are you? I think somebody star in an altered life or something.
That is great.
Because my little local friends were just like, they're like, who is this Cowgirl person? They keep that's weird.
Just like, Google me, you'll see.
That's right. Cowgirl is her internet marketing stripper name.
Yeah. I actually own a domain name that is justgooglemenow.com, because I wanted to make t-shirts, and I thought that would be the coolest thing. And it's one of those domains I've had for like who knows, but I thought that'd be the coolest thing. Everybody, just Google me now.
Just Google me now.
That is awesome.
Google Kimberly and see all of her pictures.
We did that the other night.
No, that's what I was saying.
Well, yeah, because BJ wants her to go completely blonde.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
She hadn't done it yet.
Not yet.
And that training hasn't showed up yet either.
Oh, Lordy.
He's holding a training over her blonde head.
You're blonde already, so it shouldn't be that bad, right?
Nah, it's not bad.
It's just a lot of hair to get back to blonde?
It is a lot to get back to blonde. Yeah.
Just cut it off and go blonde.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be a lot shorter.
What I did.
It'll be much shorter. I won't be like, forget all this. Going blonde. No.
I had a dream the other night that I went ahead and picked up my check on stage, and then I went and got extensions. So I was like, cut it all off, do whatever I want with it, and I'll just buy extensions. That's fine.
Yeah, go get a weave.
Oh, we're going into sisterhood now. Oh, we got a snort.
Everyone does it. You
I
don't
know,
need to
I'm
be
so much more under control tonight, BJ. It's
Let's give her the pirate thing so she starts snorting again.
Yeah.
I'm only going to snort when you start drinking.
I'm already drinking. Shit, I started that.
Cynthia's way ahead of me.
I know. Haven't had a drink since, like, I don't know, maybe San Diego.
I thought you were going to say since like noon.
Like noon. I had one about 8 a.m. I'm like, this is really good. We actually made one night where I had some girlfriends over, and I have famous margaritas. Like, I used to have people invite me to a party, and they're like, can you bring your blender? Because I had, like, the Vitamix. And they're like, and while you're here, can you make margaritas? Because I make these, like, fresh mango margaritas, and I actually brand them. Like, there's mango ones that are Social Cowgirl margaritas, and then there's ones that are, like, pomegranate berry, and that's the Plum Social margaritas.
Yum.
But we actually, because I got to saying something like, you know, my margaritas are a lot like my protein shakes because it's the same stuff. I mean, I put mango and pineapple and banana and ice. I said the only difference is really I add like tequila triple sec
Instead of
and limeade to make it more like a margarita. And so we got this crazy idea, and I literally huge blender of margaritas like the normal way, and then I put like 10 scoops of Vi powder in it. So we made Visalis mango margarita, and they were to freaking die for. It was gone in like 10 minutes. I have never in my you'd think it sounds like the grossest thing on earth to put
It does.
protein powder that tastes like cake mix in with the margaritas, but oh my god, it was good. It made it like this creamy. It was just another batch. So that was probably the last time I had a drink.
You might have to do that on a hangout sometime.
Make margaritas, yeah. It'd be hard to share. I'd have to drink them all.
I know. We'd have
Oh, darn.
Gotta wait till November. There's snort number 4 and 5.
Hey, she snorted too!
I did it on purpose. I'm gonna get my squirrel. I wanted to find my squirrel so bad just for animal
That's
night.
hilarious. Yeah.
I can't find my stuffed squirrel. Squirrel!
Squirrel.
My snake came to join us.
Oh, no. Viewers probably just shot up by about 15. We got snorts, squirrels, and snakes.
Vodka.
And vodka.
Oh,
Yeah.
all induced by vodka.
Yep.
This is great stuff. So I like how random we are, and we still never got to the Facebook.
Well, she's not the Facebook cowgirl. She's the social cowgirl. So.
True.
And we've discussed a lot of social stuff.
That is true.
We've socialized a lot.
And it's obvious right now to me that it's not all about Facebook.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what I was
Well,
saying.
Facebook banned us. I mean, when we're talking Empower Network.
Whatever happened? I don't even know what happened with that phone call, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. Facebook just didn't like us.
Yeah.
Nobody likes us. We're having lots of issues from all around, I think, between all the issues we've had and then, Facebook and I don't know.
Well, that's why it's
always a
great
challenge.
victory.
Yeah.
So
Twitter loves Empower. We just got to go to Twitter. That's all. If we could take all of Empower to Twitter, we would probably double in size.
Until Twitter blocked us or something.
No one just goes somewhere else.
Twitter won't block us if we all go the way I tell it to. I just got to sit and talk to Dave and Dave about it.
Well, and that's true. I mean, it was everybody like spamming. You know, people were posting like every time they wrote a blog post, they put it in 100 groups, and so that's the bad thing about that tool that I really don't like is if people get a hold of it that don't have the
understand it. Yeah.
the knowledge of how it really needs to be used,
Well,
that
then
they're gonna be
do
blasting
this.
crap everywhere.
Mhm.
Well, then do this. Create a training that they have to watch, give them a quick quiz, and then they can have access to it. Because
They'll do it.
Well, seriously, because at least you know they've gone through it, they're going to be responsible about it, and they're not going to screw it for the rest of the people.
They'll still do it.
They'll do it
They'll be like,
anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
will.
going to be the one person that does it. No one else
Yeah.
will, just me.
I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do
So
it
just
anyway.
screen them.
Yeah.
Well, and then you have to like monitor the users, and I mean the whole thing is just, I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's no
Outsource it.
different than Hootsuite. Yeah, it's
They
no
have-
different than Hootsuite. I mean, you can sign up for lots of different things and post in groups all over the place.
Mhm.
What is that? Your snake? He's like flipping around.
He becomes very active with all you ladies around.
I
Yeah.
don't have anything here. Within,
I got all sorts of random stuff.
my
Oh,
photography,
no.
some weird stuff. Oh, I have a birthday cake.
Oh, I gotta get my favorite one. Y'all are gonna be like, what in the hell? Hold on.
Oh no,
my
I gotta
God.
go find something.
Everyone's leaving. They're all gone to find something. Cynthia went to get something too. Squirrel.
What in the world? Oh, no.
What do you have?
What do I have?
Mhm. I'm
Well-
afraid to even ask.
It'll be interesting.
Maybe
Just-
I don't want
Hey,
to.
did I beat him
Just
back?
initials? What is it?
Gotta wait for Cynthia to get back.
Oh, rubber duck.
I have a giant rubber duck.
Holy smokes, that is
Where
a
did you
giant rubber
manage to
duck.
find a giant
My
rubber
head,
duck?
okay?
When it was close to the screen, you couldn't tell how big it was.
I know, when I do this, it looks like it's
Yeah.
close. But this is my hand.
It's huge.
This is my hand on the rubber. It's a giant rubber
Aw.
duck.
That is gangster.
I got about 10 of these.
Oh, little monkey.
He's got a banana.
He's got a banana.
I got a real monkey.
Yeah.
This is my El Pancho type of donkey.
Poncho.
I won him in a claw machine going for something else, so it's destiny.
My other computer quit here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's okay. I was trying to see what everybody posted.
Hmm.
Does anybody have any Facebook questions? I mean, Facebook is so...
I want to know what you do on Facebook.
You want to know what I do? I
Yeah,
just spam. No.
I'm a spammer.
I just spam crap everywhere. I guess probably the biggest thing that would help, like Facebook in general, if people like understood just the concept of Facebook isn't out there to just spam your crap everywhere, because people don't read the spam crap. The groups that are all spam, I don't go there. That's why I just checked out of Twitter, because it's just people spamming crap to me. You know, people that pop up in my Facebook chat and, hey, I got this thing and it's launching. and
Oh,
it's
God, I hate that. I hate
And
that.
it's not like, hello, who are you and what are you about?
I
You think I'm
know.
going to buy your deal because you spam something in my chat when I don't even know who you are?
I know.
And
I hate
B, why would I buy anything from somebody who's just a spammer?
Mhm.
You know, I want people that you can learn from, that teach stuff, that offer value, and nobody's going to just buy from you spamming crap everywhere. I can't like drill that into people's heads enough that crap doesn't work. You need to build relationships. You need to comment on pictures. You need to meet people, you know, whether it be at events or on Facebook and Twitter, communicate.
Yes, communication.
It's always like, it's like a guy walking into a bar, seeing a good-looking girl, and walking up and saying, hey, you want to get married? What are the odds of her saying yes, right?
If it's me, very highly.
Whatever. Crap on Facebook has the same odds.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, people. Stop doing it. But wasting your time, and when they said, like, what's the first thing I would outsource as a newbie, the first thing I would do for, like, newbies, beginners, is to quit just posting links everywhere. It's okay to do it on your own wall, because then people know maybe what you're promoting, but when you're out just, like, spamming groups, unless people know you and like you, they don't, if you're not a contributor to that group, then nobody knows you. No. They give you like zero credit. And I'm not giving my money, nobody's giving their money to somebody who basically has zero credit. Yeah. You've got to earn that through providing value. And everybody's like, well, I don't know anything. Like, I can't be you because I'm not a coder and I don't know all this geek stuff and I don't have all these outsourcers and I don't yada, yada, yada. Just to me, that's just an excuse, because all you have to do is go learn something, go read an article, listen to this. I mean, people learn stuff from every single one of these things. They can go over, they can blog about what they learned, and then they can post it in the group. Here's what I learned from this hangout, this article, this info product, the Costa Rica, the module, the inner circle, every single training. There's something that you learn from, blog from, and contribute that, what you got out of it, instead of just spamming your crap everywhere. All you have to know is 5% more than someone else, and trust me. We're like, but I don't know anything. Trust me, there are people that know less.
There are.
They ask me questions every day, and it's insane. And I don't want to make fun of anybody, because there's no stupid questions out there, but so many people think they don't know anything because they don't realize how newbie other people are, how beginner they are, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you need to realize that you know something more than somebody else. Even if you're two brand new beginners, if you have so much as logged into Empower Network and blogged for the first time,
that's something.
No more
about that. People are like, how do I log in? I'm like, quit asking me these questions. Have you watched the videos in the back office? Or how do I set up Aweber?
There's a video on that.
And it's just like, if you've done some of these things, people overlook some of the easiest things they've done. If you have created a Facebook profile, there's people out there that don't know how to do it.
It's
so
true.
Don't think that there's anything that you can't teach people on. Every single day that you Google something, and I do it daily. I was bitching on Facebook last week that I wrote more PHP code than I've done in years, and I'm like, God, I was like, one day I was in like array hell, and I was Googling, how does this work? Because PHP's changed since I was like a hardcore programmer. So I'm Googling this stuff, and it makes me think, like every time you Google something, that's an opportunity for you to learn the answer, blog about it, write about it, create a video, upload it to YouTube, social media the crap out of it, and teach other people how to do what you just Googled. 30 minutes ago, you didn't know how to do it, right? You found the answer on Google, and you don't have to tell everybody all I did was Google it. Just tell people, like, hey, I was having this struggle, and here's the answer. Show your screen if you know how, whatever, and just provide value. You'll get so much farther than spending hours on end logging into each individual group and spamming your crap.
Yeah, because people are just going to delete you. They're just going to get rid of you anyway.
I'll get off my spamming rant.
It's pretty important stuff, though, because that's what a lot of people do, because they're just not used to doing anything else. So.
Yeah. And if y'all listening out there really heard what she said, she did a spamming rant, but she gave y'all a really, really, really great tip. You know, no matter what level you're at, if you have a question and you can actually find your own answer, make a video about it, make a blog post about it, give yourself some authority online. Give yourself, put yourself in a position to look as if you're a teacher on certain things, and then you become an authority on certain things, or you just become an authority on, you know, all things for new problems, all things for intermediate problems, all things for this level problems. And then people start to gravitate to you and start to follow you and start to, you know, you start to lead a whole bunch of people because you're the person that will make a video on how to log into your, you know, Empower Network back office. So you don't just put people down because they have a complete noob answer. You are the person that will teach them how to do their first blog post. You're this person. You're that person. You are the person that will help them get their first sale, second sale, get over that, you know, every other sale hump. You are that person, and then you would be surprised just how huge of a following you can gain from people who are completely brand new. I am currently coaching two of the most badass people on the planet who have been able to recruit teams in the millions offline, and they ask me simple things like, you know, how do I log into my Aweber? How do I get that set up? How do I connect it to a Facebook fan page?
Use the import code? Oh my God!
You know, they're
please, people, go record videos on that stuff so they stop asking me.
And I actually started doing
group. I put it all in the files in my group so that when they ask, I just say go to files, and I have a video there, or, you know, a whole thing and teaches you how to do it and everything.
Exactly. We have a team site for that, but I get it from, like,
I learned that quickly.
It used to be really bad when in the beginning of Empower Network, because everybody knew that I was there at the launch with Dave and Dave, so they thought, oh, I'm going to contact her. She's got an in. Like, every freaking support ticket, it seemed like if they couldn't get support, couldn't get it answered.
They were calling you.
Like, I'm going to, no, they were Facebooking me. Cowgirl, man, my account this, my account that, my blah, blah, and I'm just oh my God. You know, and so I was like, if they just had, like, a YouTube video section for, like, all of this stuff, I would tell people, like, just go create videos and put them online.
Like the merchant accounts. Even setting up merchant accounts, people did it, like, in Jing, and they were putting them up on YouTube, and they were, like, the experts. It wasn't that they were. They just figured out how to do it, how to set up the merchant account, and everybody was looking, oh, my God, how do I set up my merchant account? So they were, like, you know, automatically, people were like, zoom. They were the experts. And I did it because, I mean, I was new to online
All you have
stuff.
to know is 5% more than someone else for them to see you as, like, someone they can learn from, someone that they can start to know, like, and trust. That's all it takes. You don't have to be Rob Bohr, Tony Rush, those guys on stage, you know, Lawrence Tam.
Because that'll freak you out.
I'm much too pretty for all that.
That would freak you out. No, because when I first started blogging, that's what I did. I would go look for stuff about Facebook or the newest stuff that was coming out that people would want to know, and then I would implement it on my own Facebook thing and then just do a blog about it and put the article up, and people were like, wow, you know all this stuff. I'm like, no, not really. I just kind of learned it. But I didn't say that. I just said, thank you, you know. Go ahead, use it yourself. And then they would, and they could figure out how to put up a fan page or a video in their fan page, and there's so much stuff out there.
True.
Somebody's asking BJ Dalla about boobs.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm just distracted here.
These Facebook comments,
reading some of these people. They get kind of weird sometimes. But, yeah, basically, too, you know, something else that I tell people, we're down to 3. Is it just me, or are we all down to 3? Basically, I tell people, like, I have so many people that Facebook me a question, and I just, like, Google the answer. And I'm like, here's what I found on Google. And I tell them that. Here's what I found on Google. And I send them a link. And it's like, Google it before you go asking everybody stuff. You know, make an effort.
Make an effort.
Please.
Yeah.
I go to the ends of the earth that people come to me and they're like, I have this problem. And I tried this and Google said that and I've done this and blah, 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 that. And blah, you know, this forum. And I'm like, okay, they've done their due diligence. They've done their homework. Let me just walk you through this step by step. Somebody comes to me and says, I can't do this. I'm like, well, what have you tried? Well, nothing. How do I do it? I'm like, yeah, go Google it and come back to me in like an hour. Why should I spend like 20 minutes of my time walking you through this when you can't freaking take 20 minutes before you even contact me to at least see if you can find it? You know, some of that stuff, it's just,
yeah,
it's out there.
It is. There's a lot out there.
Reblog it and re-video it and make it your own.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives you like expert status.
We still haven't got to Facebook. Have we talked about Facebook yet?
I don't think so. But this is awesome stuff.
Well, you kind of did because you told people what not to do on Facebook.
Spamming rant, that was Facebook.
Yeah, that was Facebook. And what Facebook is, it's a social thing. It's somewhere to go and hang out and talk and look at people's pictures and catch up with your old friends and stuff like that. It's not somewhere to go and spam all your stuff.
I should create a margarita recipe book. My margarita recipe, I just gave that out, man. No, I used to never give my margarita recipe out.
Oh, snap.
I put bananas in my margaritas.
Do you?
Oh my God, they're good. I make mine. I don't use any mix or anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Lame. No questions, really, is there?
No?
Know how to use Facebook. I don't think anybody has had any real questions on how to do anything. I've got some awesome
really?
Elaine.
Well, I would usually have some in-depth questions here, but I just like hearing, where your mind creates, because you start on one thing and you're like me, or you just start here and you're like, nope, I'm gonna end way over here. So I just like seeing how far.
What was I talking about again? Yeah.
Why do you think I have a stuffed squirrel, man? It's like my reminder. Stay on task.
That is great.
I'm gonna find that stuffed squirrel just for you.
It'll be the mascot.
Squirrel.
That would be awesome.
I do that. I'm bad at that. Like, oh, what are we talking about?
I know, I do it too.
My little
try to get away.
Donkey will be the mascot until you find the squirrel. It'll stand.
What happened to Krishna?
She disappeared. It did.
She went to get vodka.
Yeah. Y'all gonna make me feel bad. I can't drink till November.
Why is
It's not that far away.
'Cause I'm 20.
Oh. Oh my God! You could be like my grandson. Not quite, but
Son.
yeah. Oh,
You could be
easy.
my son. Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Call y'all both mama.
Yeah.
Wow.
20 years old. Oh my God.
These chillins.
Yeah. Y'all act like you have walking canes and gray hair.
I have lots of gray hair. Thank you.
Whoops.
Let's not go there.
I have a streak. I've had it for years, and it's getting bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are so cool.
I have like I know. Everybody's like, just let it grow out. It's cool. I'm like, it's weird.
No, they're cool.
What is it, Cruella DeVille?
Yeah.
No, she was the Dalmatians, the Monsters lady. What was the one that just had like one streak? I have one streak that starts right here.
Those are
and it's
cool.
like
My
a
auntie
streak
has
right there.
that too. Her hair's
Yeah, I
so
have
black and she's got that silver streak. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
Yeah. Kind of like, how much do you like curly hair?
Yeah, I know.
See, same deal. It's like when it's on your head, you're like, oh no.
I just said in San Diego, forget it. I'm just not even going to bother. It's going to be curly because I'm sleeping in.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Facebook. Nobody's asked any questions here.
We got a question.
I never know how to say his name. Payush. He tells me like every event, like Visalis or Empower, everything. And I say it wrong like every time.
We got a Facebook question from Angela, Alicia.
Where are you at? Are you just getting updates quicker?
Oh yeah, what results do you expect from posting vids and blogs in Facebook groups? I just get tons of friend requests, not leads right away. That's what Alicia said.
Is that in the YouTube thing? Oh,
yeah.
There it goes. Wow, it just refreshed like 1,000 things. Okay. Oh, what's your best Facebook strategy? Okay, that's one. Was there another one before that? Elaine asked that. Regarding okay, let me go answer Elaine's question. What's my best Facebook strategy? Best. There's a lot of things where I just post on my wall because I have followers, and so there's things that it gets tough for me in a way to try and relate some of the things that I do to people that are just beginning. Because, when we joined ViSalus, all I had to do was like shoot an email out, say, hey, Toby, Layla, Lawrence, whatever, we're all going to do this thing. People joined it. But that's because I have the following, I have the relationship. My list wasn't that big. When I joined Empower, I think I only had 200 or 300 people on my list because I wasn't a really good list builder. And I've learned, through Empower trainings and mentors and things. I think I'm up to 6,000 or 7,000 now. So that's the power of, getting in and hooking up with people that know how to do this stuff. But for me, I would just post things on Facebook that was like social proof. With Empower Network, it might be a screenshot of my phone getting commissions. It might be, just different times where if Dave would mention me on a call or something, just things like that where, it was social proof about what we're doing. Other people, if you don't have your own story, use your leaders, use even your mentors if they're not your sponsor. You can use other people's stories and post those successes. I know that's something that ViSalus is really good at, and I'm sure regardless of what you do, you have all seen between Toby, Layla, Lawrence, me, the whole group, somebody anywhere in the downline gets their BMW. We're tagging it like everybody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like social proof. It doesn't have to be in my downline, but people don't really know where they are. Tagged in the picture, they see it's part of my group, whether it be up or down or whatever. So if you want to, take what we did socially with ViSalus, it was nuts. And people would just be like, hey, I want to join you guys. I want to join you guys. It's all cool what you're doing. You can create that exact same thing around whether it be your Empower Network team, or it could just be like this Google Hangout. Hey, there's Angela. You can create that exact same thing around headset. We can hear you. Just be like this Google.
Angela, you gotta mute the.
Dude, buddy, we got like a bad echo.
Yeah.
See, squirrel. What was I talking about?
Social proof.
So for example, if you wanted to take and apply to like what you guys are doing here, anybody that's on can say, here's something I learned from this hangout, give the link. And so if you get a core of people, your team, whether it be Empower Network, it could be anybody on your team. Every time somebody makes their first $25 commission, take 50 people on your team and frickin' blast that all over Facebook. So-and-so just made their first $25 online. So-and-so got a $3,000 commission. It can be anywhere in this. But what we did was we kind of all got together, and it's like anytime anybody has the littlest of success, we all blast it out. We tag ourselves. We do, all kinds of different things where it's just social proof and how cool is our team and look what we're doing and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that, I think, helps create a good team community feeling. People don't want to just join everybody's joined 1,000 deals and gotten no support. They want to feel like they're joining a team and a family. And we've done a really good job even with our team. We've got a team site, we've got a Skype group, one of the guys, his parents, their house just burned to the ground, and everybody on the Skype group is like, what can we do? We'll pray for you, and it's just like somebody has a bad day. It's like, oh my God, my husband just this, or my kids just that, and it's like, it doesn't have to do anything with Empower Network, but we're all there for each other, wherever it be, in our forums, in our team site, in our Skype group, whatever it is, make people feel like they're a part of something. Because as long as they're a part of something, they're not going anywhere. If you just, they sign up for your deal and you send them a kit, they're not going to stick around. That's why people program jump, is because they don't feel like they have a home.
Yeah.
Give them a home, which is helping them, support, things like that. So I don't know, that was supposed to be a Facebook strategy, but I guess it goes just back to the social proof on the Facebook strategy.
Yeah. Even Tom said that the other night, though, hey, BJ, that he does like calls and webinars almost every night because he wants people to stay connected.
Right. And that's how you build a culture and you keep it going and you keep it thriving. Constant update, constant exposure, keep momentum high, keep them. That's one reason why we do this all the time. We want to keep y'all. We want to keep y'all learning, but we know the only way you're going to be learning and actively learning. The only way you'll be actively learning is if you're consistently with us. If we just gave you an option like, oh yeah, we'll be on once or twice a week, you'll go through and apply the things we teach once or twice a week the first day, and you'll be like, let me just go fade off into the background and not worry about it. And then we'll come back on the next time next week, and you'll be all excited again, like, oh yeah, let's do this for another 48 hours. And then let's just fade out. So, Angela, we can't hear you if that's what you're trying to do.
No, you're completely muted out.
Testing my mic. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's happening, y'all?
Hey, Angelo.
What's going on? What's up, Cynthia?
Hey, good to meet you, Angelo.
You too. What's going on with y'all? Y'all feeling all right?
Oh.
I seen you with your cup.
My cup? I need another one. It's actually, generally this time of the year, I just like turn the air completely off because we're like San Diego this time of the year. Well, it hit 87 degrees today. And I walked in the house, I was like, oh my God. So I haven't turned it on yet. So I kind of needed a nice cold drink because it's really hot in my house right now.
I know you made me want to get one. I've been watching you sipping on that thing, man.
It's empty.
Man.
I got another one? Should I text her? Should we see? Should we take a Facebook poll? Who thinks I can get another one?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there laughing at BJ talking about I got a couple more days left. I'm 20. Man, I was drinking at 15.
Well, no, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you were buying beer at like 16.
Yeah.
My mom watches this, man. I'm not able to disclose any information.
That's right.
But when you live in I guess maybe it's a Midwest thing. Like, when I was 16, my friends brought their case of beer over at the house, and my mom just collected the keys at the door.
It's true.
So, I don't know, maybe that's just a Midwest thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave it up to y'all. Austin may be a different story.
I can't wait.
Hey, are you guys going to come play chicken shit bingo with us?
What?
Huh?
We have a bar in Austin, and that's exactly what it is, man. It's a chicken and a giant bingo card, and it's like roulette in Vegas where you pick your number, except if the chicken shits on it, you win the pot.
Oh, my God.
Like a big cage and a ginormous bingo card.
Oh, my God.
And you feed the chicken. They give you, like, chicken scratch, and you can, like, feed him and drink, and you buy spots. It's like so much a spot, and exactly. So we were going to take our gang to play chicken shit bingo.
That is hilarious.
Is there a strategy to this game?
Yeah, you get the number, and then you call the chicken over to a whole bunch of food that's on that corner. You bribe him with your food and come closer to your number.
That's right. I'm like, come here, chicky, chicky, chicky.
And then feed him a laxative.
That's right. I'm throwing some chocolate on there. Be like, eat this. That is great.
Hey, BJ.
Yeah.
Today I got to talk on the radio station, man, about the community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
It's nice little exposure for the city.
Up in there, changing people's lives for the better. I see you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But it's all due. I mean, I give credit to our Empower Network products, though. It has made me a better man, better on mindset. You know, we go on mindset all day, don't we, BJ?
That's right.
So the progress that I have with my local business is all due to our products.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, mindset is a lot of it. You know, I do some coding stuff, you know, for Shakir and help them guys out with some things, and I sit down and spent lots of time with him in San Diego even, and you know, and the one day I can't remember what it was. I forget which event we were at. We've been to several events together, but there was one like, what do people actually get for $25,000? $25,000 coaching. Like, what do you do? And he was they do, and a lot of it's, you know, like send them systems, capture pages, send them leads, blah blah blah. But, you know, a lot of it that Shakir was telling me is it's mindset. People just have like a mental block with mindset. They have like what he calls it, a financial thermostat or something, I think is the terminology. So that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's just people adjusting your mindset. And that's the best thing you can do, is to improve your mind, your mindset, your beliefs.
Yeah.
And that maybe can be some information that you can liken to how to improve in your Facebook, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
It takes a particular mindset to grow that Facebook liking.
And for $25,000, I can show you how to get that mindset.
Don't even make you a margarita. Is Jason, are you still out there? Jason asked this question. What do I do with the 625 leads that I have that are enabled? Not sure I follow that.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Jason, if you're out there, can you clarify it a little bit more in the thing here? I'm not sure what you mean by the 625 leads that are enabled. You mean just people that are on your list?
Subscribed?
Okay, next one. What results do you expect from posting videos and blogs? Oh, this is the one, Kim. Oops.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah.
I just get tons of friend requests, not leads. Posting vids and blogs in groups. I think it depends on the quality of the groups that you're in. A lot of times, if you're posting your blogs and videos in Facebook groups, it's a lot of the groups where people are just spamming their deal.
Yeah.
And they're friending you probably because they think, I'm going to go sell her my deal.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's really had a whole lot of success from just posting stuff in groups, because it's become such a huge spam fest right now.
Yeah.
So I would say you're probably, what you're going at is kind of a friend building strategy, because people are going to want to friend you thinking they can sell you their deal, where, you know, if you can one up them and have a better deal, you can turn the tables on them. But maybe when people friend you, strike up a conversation with them. And so build a relationship, and, you know, try and show them how you can provide value to them, and how, you know, you could possibly even be their mentor in conversation. Find out what their problems are, see how you can solve it, you know. So maybe if you want actual leads, you know, instead of just looking for an email in your AWeber, a lead is also a friend request.
Mm-hmm.
And so strike up a conversation with them and turn them into a lead, instead of just looking for an email in AWeber.
Yep.
That would probably be my best input on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one more up here.
I know when I get people inbox me, what you was talking about earlier, Cynthia, about the, hey, get in my deal just right off the bat. The first thing I say to them, I'll be like, clearly you're showing you are a noob in this industry.
Exactly.
And they be like, huh? They say, huh? And immediately I got their attention to where I can give them a little value and a little tips. And they automatically, then they automatically ask, what do you do? And I send them a link and they opt in. But I don't say they might not be that quality, but some of them are. Some of them just new and need to know that that's not the way to go. They might have bad leadership, and telling them to write as soon as you friend request people to write out a quick paragraph stating about about you and your program. And I just tell them that's not the way to go, man. You know, a lot of people that's experienced in this industry will see clearly that you are new, and they're not going to mess with you that way. You know, build a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you reek noob,
Yeah.
you think people want to join a noob, or do they want to join Lawrence Tam? You know what I mean? Like, try and emulate gurus. Don't put noob across your forehead and run around town, or Facebook, or wherever.
It's the same thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take the noob hat off and put it away. Put it in the fire, burn it, and then throw it in the trash.
But I like my noob hat.
Oh.
And it's like Cynthia said, that right there, how she said that if you got a 5% advantage, you know, in front of people, that right there gives a little 5%. Like, this person must know a little more than me. That's clearly calling me out on my status because I am new. Because I am new.
We should get like duck quacks for good tips.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like a giant rubber duck handy, don't they?
No. That's crazy. Is that for like photos? For baby photos?
That's a big duck.
We have all kinds of crazy stuff in this room, the photography stuff.
Pulling out the snake. Where my wolf at?
That's like a whole costume.
John Farnham, if you're still there, a question about a program that's not really like social media related, Facebook message me or something, okay?
We got the answer we got the answer from Jason. He said in the Ian back office.
For what?
Oh.
For those leads.
Jason has leads. He doesn't have them tied to an Aweber series, so he can't automatically respond to them probably. Because, right, as soon as you hook up Aweber, they stop showing up in your back office, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get leads.
They do.
Do they? I don't think mine show up in the back office, just leads. The unpaid members do, but not just leads, right?
Yeah, no, I get leads.
No,
even though
I think they still show up. Even though they opt into your Aweber, they still will show up.
They still show up? Okay, see, I don't look there because I use Aweber. I don't even go in and I don't even know where to go find them. You all could teach me.
It's right on the side. It says leads. Like when you go back in your business, and then on the side it has leads. If you click on there, but if you can't, you have to go into the back office and click around to find your unpaids and everything.
Right.
They don't just come up. Yeah.
So if they're not in Aweber, that means you don't have like an autoresponder series where you're following up with them. And that's the main thing you want is, since I use Aweber, does Dave follow up with people? I don't think so, because I put in some dummy lead emails and I don't get any regular emails from him. I think he leaves that entirely up to us to do.
I know he said they were going to do it, but I don't think they are.
I don't think they're doing it yet.
No, they haven't done it yet. No.
Yeah, okay, so if you're getting leads in your back office, here we're talking to Jason, right? Jason, if you're getting leads in your back office and you don't have them tied to an Aweber account, you're not emailing them every day. So that's the point of getting an autoresponder. Doesn't have to be Aweber, just that's what most of us use. Or you have to manually go in and email them a few times a week, different emails, that you can get on anybody's list and copy and paste that, send those out to your leads in your Aweber, but you have to do it manually. I would say probably 3 or 4 times a week through your Empower Network back office, or sign up for Aweber. There's codes out there. If you just search for like Empower Network Aweber code, you're going to find several of them. Lawrence Tam's, Toby and Layla's are like all over the place. So then there's a place you can import that, and what it's going to do is email your people on the first day, third day, fifth day, seventh day, et cetera, for weeks on end, trying to recruit them into Empower Network. So I forget, his original question was, what does he do with his leads, right? Twirl! What did he ask?
Yeah, what does he do with
what do you do with your leads?
It's the margarita.
It's funny because we talked about this a little bit yesterday. What you do to your leads is you can do one of two options. Either one, you can pay us $97 a month and we'll follow up with all of them, or you can start swiping our email copy or Aaron Rashkin's email copy, because literally there are probably two people in all of Ian that really know how to write a compelling autoresponder series consistently, more than just one or two good emails here and there. But here's the problem. If you're just a swiper out there and you do what Cynthia just said, you're gonna hop on and you're gonna swipe all of it. But here's the problem with that. You're going to send out 10 emails of ours, right? And then you're going to send out 10 emails of your own, because you're starting to get oh, I can do this. But then your viewer is going to be like, here's our content and here's yours. Not because you suck or anything, just because we've been doing it a lot longer. The viewer goes, I don't really like you. Let me go subscribe to them. So you're giving us the leads anyway. Aaron, why do you think Aaron's so openly like, here's my stuff, guys? Aaron's one of the best, email autoresponder follow-up series writers there is. And he's just like, here, use it, because he knows you're going to swipe it, you're going to keep his name on it, and then you're going to try to write, and they're going to be like, he's not as nice to hear from as Aaron. So let me go to Aaron's list. Bye-bye. So he's just getting your followers anyway. So you can pay us $97 a month. We'll do all the work for you.
And we'll steal all your leads.
And you will get all the sales that we create, because you're using our marketing funnel and our marketing system. Or all the leads end up with us anyway, and that's basically the monopoly effect that we've created, and all these good system builders have created via Aaron Raskin's the only other one. But
okay, Carrie says we're teaching on daily webinars to post every blog post in 50 to 100 Facebook groups daily. Does that sound spammy? Absolutely. I don't teach anybody to go post their daily blogs in 50 to 100 Facebook groups.
Although you did do just that an hour ago.
I didn't post my personal blog link, though. I posted, come join Empower Leaders, learn from us, hang out, whatever, and I posted it in Empower groups. So that's providing value, because I want them to come listen to this and learn.
Yeah.
That is true.
Make sure y'all understand the difference that I just posted on our Facebook groups.
Yeah, and the other thing with the autoresponder series too that Lawrence Tam taught me was that he said every now and then put some of your own stuff in there, like your own video or your own email to them, stuff about your own life, so that they get to know about you as well, so you don't seem automated, because they're getting a message from a campaign that maybe how many hundreds or thousands of people already have, so they're getting the same email messages from everybody.
Looks like we have some takers on the chicken shit bingo.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Right. People commenting.
I'm down. Angela and I are going to win that shit, though.
Hell yeah.
They'll have a whole strategy figured out.
That's right. I got me some chocolate and I got me some chicken scratch.
Can you imagine just at a bar playing like bingo? It's hysterical. Like when we went to San Diego, we took our team to Dick's Last Resort. You guys been to a Dick's? Anybody
No.
You guys know what it is? It's
Just
like,
Coops.
you know Ed DeBevick's in Chicago?
Nope.
No, okay. Like if you say, hey, I need a napkin, they go get a wad of them like this big and they like throw them at you. And they're like,
Gangster.
what do you want to eat? Menus on the ceiling. You're like, the only menu will be one place. Over there, what do you want? You know what you want yet? Okay, no. What do you want? I mean, it's just like, there's no silverware, there's no plates. You eat with fingers and that. It's craziness. I mean, it was insane. The things that they were saying and doing, and they make these hats out of.
I saw pictures on that.
Yeah,
on
you
Facebook.
basically eat off of this paper roll. They cut off pieces of paper, and that's like your placemat plate and everything. But then they take strips of it and they roll it up and roll it this way. And they make these hats, and they write stuff on them. One of them was 40-year-old virgin, and one of them we have a black guy on our team, and they said hung like a white guy. You know it. It's like crazy stuff, and I forget. On
oh my goodness!
What did some of those hats say? They were crazy.
I know, and I saw them too. So there were some funny things.
Right, and then it's on mine. It said my name is, and it was like whatever they were going to do. You know, I forget the terminology. It said I'm going to blow chunks tonight on somebody else's hat, and then on my hat they put my name is Chunks, or vice versa. Like, how does that work? Who's blowing who? Anyway, it was hysterical. It was a great icebreaker for our team to like get to San Diego and meet all the new people that were there, because you were just laughing all night long. And so I figured like Chicken Chip Bingo would be the ultimate icebreaker in Austin. Just like people are just going to be so stupid you can't help but just laugh and have fun and get to know each other.
Yeah, just relaxed.
So, anywho, everyone's going. It's not just a team-specific thing for anybody that wants to come.
I want to know what the cow drop is. Gene Grass said the Midwest has the cow drop at every county fair. What is a cow drop? Do they drop a cow off of something?
What?
It's probably when the cow drops at low.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking they talk about shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen that at the fair yet. That event. But we do more rodeos than county fairs, probably. So.
Well, all I know is if a cow drops off of something while I'm in while I'm in Austin, I'm going to see it. If you're gonna drop a cow off of something, make sure you include me. I want to see this.
I had a question. Oh, wait, I do have a question. I know I can do this, but I can't get it in the right mindset. How do you guys deal with that? Okay, it's a mindset question. Getting in the right mindset either has to be like hanging around people that you want to be. So how do you say this? Kind of like the eagles and the turkeys thing, you know? Your income is reflective of like the 10 people you hang around the most. So start hanging around people with the mindset that you want, with the income that you want, and also like the inner circle is huge. That's a great mindset training. Or there's an Audible website out there that's like $25 a month. I forget the name of it. I've got it on my it's not audible.com because that's the Amazon one, right? Anyway, but it's like $25 a month, and you can listen to unlimited books all month long. In most places, you have to pay, $5 a book to listen. So, it's like if people that commute to work, if you've got an hour commute there and home, sometimes you could listen to a book a day. And so to spend, $25 a month that I pay, have unlimited books, every time I go to the gym, if I spend an hour on the treadmill, I can be listening to some sort of book that's all about mindset or my inner circle audios and things like that. And so those are great resources,
Mm-hmm.
get the inner circle, to get on a program like that. If you guys want, I'll look it up. Facebook me. I'll look it up and find out what it is. My phone died, so I can't bring up the app, but it's a phone app where I can just bring it up and pick up listening to the book. So if you want to know what that is, it's great too, because it's a lot of the top business books where you can just slam through one a day during your commute, your gym, your whatever, your quiet time at night after your kids go to bed, things like that. Listen to that kind of mindset
it's so
stuff.
Important. It's important.
Yeah, it must have been we must be back to chicken bingo here.
Yeah, no, the cow stuff. I know.
Please, Eric.
Well, while she's looking at that, Angela, why don't you say something about the mindset stuff? This is Angelo's forte for any of y'all who haven't watched any of our other Google Hangouts. Angelo is the king of mindset, so I always find it interesting to hear what he has to say whenever a mindset question is brought up.
Well, I'm really going to piggyback off Cynthia. Right here is a mastermind going on right now, and mindset is basically, guys, all you're doing is getting a new way of thinking. You need a new way of thinking. Well, not all of us, but let's just reflect off me. I come from a poor set environment, where people are on welfare and people are saying that money don't grow on trees, or you think I'm made of money. Those type of paradigms have been installed within you in your paradigm. You grew up around that from uncles, aunties, teachers, everybody with that same mind frame. You have grabbed that same concept within your own paradigm. And all a paradigm is a multitude of other people's ways of thinking. So you need that changed. If you want to make $1 million, you got to get around millionaire-minded folks so it can rub off on you, just like those things rubbed off on you. You got to delete that old paradigm and create a new paradigm, which the good thing is right now you're in a mastermind right now, listening and asking questions. Right now you are creating a new paradigm with this information that you're listening to. And that's why she's telling you to go into your inner circle audios, to pay $25 a month to listen to great positive minds and books. You got to create a new way of thinking. Bottom line, point blank. You're not going to get nowhere until you delete that old paradigm and create a new paradigm. And the thing about it is consciously, you can say that every day and every way I'm getting better and better. You can say that out loud when you wake up and before you go to bed. But the thing is, it plays no effect if you don't have any feeling behind that statement. Because your subconscious mind is your feeling mind. And if you don't have no feeling behind that, you're not going to change your paradigm. You see, so it's about investing in your mindset, conditioning your mind daily. And it's a process. It's a daily process. And hanging around leaders and coming to these Google Hangouts, you are conditioning your mind, so keep at it. That's why I'm here today, from my mindset. I'm hanging with BJ, Cynthia, all from a desire in my mind to do better in my business. And right now I'm around people that are doing better in business. And that's who I'm trying to hang around so they can rub off some of that magic and that martini or that drink she got over there. No, but for real, guys, mindset is everything. It's everything. Basically, our products is all about mindset when it comes down to it. If you go watch that video that's selling the Master's Retreat.
Oh, it's awesome.
Go watch that video. That video right there is giving you some golden nuggets on mindset. Just that video alone.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I always got to hear what Angelo has to say about mindset.
I can go all day about mindset, man. I'm just all day.
Okay, Jason says I set up the Aweber after I got the lead. I add them to my Aweber account. If you just add them through the back office, Jason, they're going to make them like double opt-in again to get on your list. But if you create a web form, let Aweber host it, and just enter them yourself, they'll get added without forcing 625 people to double opt-in to your list again. So I don't know if that's like the politically correct answer, but if you've got 625 leads over an Empower network that are not in Aweber yet and they've already opted into your list, I would think that it would be okay to just create a form and add them. You have to do it one by one. It takes a lot of time, but then you can drip feed your leads every day. Right? I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
For sure. Well, you gotta start, even if it's small, you gotta start getting them to build a relationship with you, even though here's the problem with them coming in and them being influenced by Dave and Dave, everything they've seen so far is Dave and Dave. Now all of a sudden, randomly, you pop in with a personal email. Hey, here I am. And it's like, who is this dude? Wow, why am I listening to you? I thought I was listening to Dave and Dave. And so you got to find a healthy medium. That's why I like just going back to, our systems that we create. There's a different face on there. And mine personally, when I use it, it is my face. But for other people who are using my system or using when I'm the face of the system, there are certain emails involved in there where we let them go into detail and let them know that, hey, you may be using our system, but you have a new team leader. Here's your team leader, and he's going to, be the person that brings your success. Or, he may be the person that you receive an email from in the future. He may be, someone that you receive results about, or who is motivating you and training you. Yes, you're going through our system and you're using our stuff, and we will be marketing to you on his behalf or her behalf, but you have a legitimate other sponsor in here that's not, you're not direct to me. And Dave and Dave don't do that. So it's just like, you're hitting Dave and Dave email, Dave and Dave email, Dave and Dave video, Dave and Dave video, Dave and Dave video, and then all of a sudden, boom, oh, hi, I'm Angelo, I'm your sponsor. Who are you? I thought I was direct to Dave. Where's Dave and Dave? What do I have to do with you?
Shakir's guys are on our Google Hangout, man.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if he's still here. It's been our Saj, are you still here?
Oh, Saj.
Yeah. Shakir's team.
Hey, Saj.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Paul. He said, "What's up, Angelo? Listening to Google Hangout. You guys are crushing it."
Gene Grass confirmed our cow drop. It's the same thing as the chicken, just a bigger bingo.
Yeah. Bigger field.
Our numbers in the field. I think they probably spray paint the numbers on the grass.
Yeah.
Mine refreshes slower. Let's see anything else. What else can we teach people? Yeah, he's still here. Oh my God. Mine still hasn't refreshed again. BJ, do you see any questions? Anybody else has got any they want help with? Or?
Let's see here. I think Angelo himself actually had a question. That was one of the reasons why I brought him on here, because he kept asking me things, and I was like, you know what? If you get all these questions and I don't, hurry up and get on here. But yeah, let's see.
I was trying to help the audience. Let's see. What can I come up with here? Let me look at the question I asked BJ earlier. Let's see. Hey, you know that question? If she was a beginner, what would she outsource first? That was me, Cynthia.
Oh.
All right, let me see here. When the followers that you have on Facebook, is majority of those people people that you attracted your way, or did you go around and talk to people socially and then friend request them, or go around friend requesting people? How did
in
that?
The beginning? I'm sorry. In the beginning, I had to go find them, and I had to go friend request them, and I was striking up conversations. And then it got to a point where I'd log into Facebook and I'd have 200 friend requests. And then I hit 5,000. And I used to actually run a script to delete people. There's a program out there, and I tell everybody about this. It's basically, you can run a script and it'll find like the least 5% active people on your Facebook. If somebody hasn't posted for months, if it's an old account, just inactive, try and get rid of the douchebags, because the program is called facedouche.com. And it will make, I'm serious, it will make a list on Facebook called douches, and it takes the 5 least active, however it figures it out, and it takes and puts those people on your douche list. And then we used to have a script before Facebook introduced Timeline where you could just run the script and it would delete everybody on that list. So I could, BJ joined again. Oh my God,
oh my goodness. How many BJs is it?
Face
I see
douche.
two.
You can never get too many BJs.
I see
Face
two.
douche would put them on a list. And then basically I could run this script to delete like 700 people at a time. So I used to treat my active friends kind of like, if you think of it like you have an AWeber list, but you're limited to 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Like you got to
Right.
figure out who the dweebs are and get rid of them and bring new faces for new leads and things, right? So
Right.
I used to treat my Facebook like that. Well, now that I can still face douche people, but I can't mass delete them. I got to go one by one and delete those people, which I need another
Wow,
Filipino
man.
to do that. So, yeah. And so anybody that sent me a Facebook request right now, Facebook also did a recalculation formula where there's people out there that can actually go delete their Facebook accounts. And for some reason, Facebook has re-added those people back in. So I was at a 5,000 friend limit, and then they did this calculation and added all these basically inactive Facebook accounts back into my total. So now I have like 550 friends, so I have to delete. I mean, I have 5,500 friends, sorry. So I have to delete 500 people just to go and add one.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a you can actually Google it. There's some ways out there that you can try and find these inactive accounts and whatnot. But if you're not to that 5,000 friend limit yet, it doesn't really matter. But still, you can, douche your list, keep it fresh.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I tried sending you a friend request and it said you was over.
Yeah, send me a message because I'll go through and find everybody that I've met at events and stuff and add you in.
Okay.
Because I still have people from San Diego, and it's been like that for like 3 months now. And so I try and just delete out the spam and keep emails from people that at some point I want to go back through and add everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to get another Filipino to delete the douches. Because I have no patience for deleting 500 people from my Facebook.
Man.
I got to get 500 gone, just add one person. So sorry, everybody that's friend requested me. You want to volunteer to delete the people, I'll let you do it.
Oh, yeah.
I just sent you a message.
Awesome. But yeah, it's pretty.
That's crazy.
It's a pretty cool website. It's got some crazy guy. You can actually go to facedeuce.com and they have a button you can click, and it like crazifies their website. It's got this guy that pops up with tattoos and does stuff, and you just like click a button. And then you douche people. I don't know.
It almost sounds like you douche, like douche.
Yes,
Like
that's
douche.
exactly. You're getting rid of that.
Douche.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Oh, Angela.
You know. Oh, dirty minds think alike.
Ooh. Alicia says, would you recommend moving a profile page to a fan page?
No,
No, why not?
I don't like fan pages. I don't use them. I don't promote mine. If you ever leave a comment on my Facebook wall, I'll read it like once a year on my fan page wall. The
Yeah.
only
Same
thing
way.
I use fan pages for is because you can do like your mini websites, where you can actually create a lead capture page or a YouTube video page if you want to send somebody to something that's all pretty looking like a website with the lead capture, or with all the fan page apps out there. There's some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might send somebody over to that app on my fan page just strictly because I want them to opt into my lead. It's no different than sending to the lead capture page. I do not use fan pages for anything anymore. Obviously, I used to before we had the subscribers. But now that you have the subscribers, there's no reason to have a fan page unless you're also trying to promote a business. Because then you've got two profiles up. Like you're trying to get friends here, you're trying to get fans there. You get posted in both places. Really, when was the last time you saw a fan page something cross your wall? Not very often.
No,
I mean, I
don't
have
do
people
it
like
anymore.
Victoria's Secret that I follow and I buy from, and still their stuff never crosses my wall. Every now and then, and I follow, but you never see fan page stuff across your Facebook wall. So if
Really don't. Yeah.
Not anymore.
If Victoria's Secret can get their stuff in front of me, what makes you think you can get your stuff in front of other people, right? If they can't do it, somebody with millions of dollars you're like blowing steam. You know, stick to your profile. And the second thing is when you go over to a fan page, the only thing you can do is communicate with other fan pages.
Yeah.
You can't ever go back and see someone's personal profile. You can't
No.
say, oh, my son plays football too. What age is your kid? Or, oh, you guys, I see you in sailing. You know, we have a sailboat. Or you vacation and you see things from people that can strike up conversations. When you're over operating as a fan page, you see none of that. You don't even have the ability to. It's fan pages talking to fan pages. We're in a business. We're trying to communicate with people and build relationships. Why would you migrate over to a fan page that cuts off everything you can do to relate to someone on a person-to-person basis? All you've got is your fan page talking to their fan page. Nothing about each other. Your business crap, right? So it's like a wasted time. I think. I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's gurus out there that teach you otherwise, and I've ranted and raved about some of the stuff they teach, and kills me that they tell people to go waste their time doing that crap.
Yeah.
But my opinion is don't. Think about it. When was the last time a fan page crossed your wall?
I haven't. Yeah.
Well, you saved me a headache.
Don't waste
Why
your
is
time.
that? See, I have a very different approach to what you just said. And I hear you, but maybe it's just the fact that I do things in social media that are like different. Just I don't ever play the rules, but I use Facebook fan pages for specific things. I use them for both training purposes, getting everyone that I want to give a specific message to in one place, and to build my list. Because a Facebook fan page can be proverbially just a social media capture page, especially with Jonathan Budd's software stuff that lets you create customized capture pages. But I could be doing it way before that and make it look, nice. And even on Fiverr, you can pay somebody $5 and they can completely put up a Facebook, a capture page on your Facebook to make it look legit, and you can start building your list there. And in the beginning, I combined that with my Twitter just to get the two of them, get my list building and things like that. And, I was doing about 15 new people every 2 days, which isn't a lot, but it's like 5,000 people a year for free. So I was happy with that. But if you look at it a different way and you make it a piece of your social media puzzle, then it serves a purpose. But no, I wouldn't primarily market from a Facebook fan page as well, but I wouldn't, like Angelo said, waste your time on it. I would spend my time on building it, getting the capture page up, because then you can always refer back to that. You can always bring it right back to, hey, and people are a lot more easy to log in on Facebook than they are to go put their name and email address in a box. If you have a click this button and we'll use your Facebook information to log in, then they'll love that. They'll hit that button and boom, they opted into your list, put their name and email address in, and odds are they're using their correct one because they verified their Facebook account with the Gmail or the email account that they use most often. So I see where you're talking about, where you lose the connection, the one-on-one type of communication, but at the same time you gain whatever Angela's trying to give me. I want some cookies. Man, your wife is the shit, boy.
Yeah. BJ said you the shit, baby.
I always had to brag on wifey, man. I need me one of them. Bring me some cookies. His wifey brought him drinks while we were talking last time, some freaking water after his drink, some cookies, made him a sandwich. Like, I had to applaud wifey, because that is gangster. But, so use Facebook fan pages as a means of building your list and getting your message out there. Plus, you can create Facebook events via Facebook fan page. So if you own one, there are certain things you can do that you can't do with just a Facebook profile, or it's harder to do with just a Facebook profile. So it's better for you to go ahead and, okay, I'm going to create a Facebook event talking about a Google Hangout and drive everybody to the Google Hangout. And then if they want to get more Google Hangouts and want to constantly be involved in Google Hangouts, they go back to your Facebook fan page and opt into your list so that they can get constant updates on your Google Hangouts. That's just one way we're going to start using the Facebook fan page for the Google Hangouts. So that's my take on Facebook fan pages. Use them for a purpose. Don't just kind of have them as leisure.
Exactly. Yeah, I use them for lead capture pages too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have content like you do, but I do definitely use them for lead capture.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. We have a whole bunch of new questions, I think. Somebody says your mic is
My
jacked
mic is
up.
jacked. Oh, was I playing with it? I have this issue here where like the wires are sticking out. You guys probably can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wiggle it wrong, sometimes it does that. I'll stop playing with it. That probably doesn't help that I'm like messing with it. Sorry, guys. Either that or it's just podunk internet connection.
I'm sorry, guys. These cookies is good.
Man, I'm so jealous. I want me some cookies, bruh.
They fire.
Man, tell wifey to send me some. I want some. Why can't I have some?
Take a bite. Take a bite, man. Take a bite.
Cynthia, what's your preferred social media site or sites?
For the most part, Facebook was where I hung out. It gets a little bit difficult now with the Empower links being blocked. We can't post anything. But there's a ways around that. I mean, you can take your Empower Network blog RSS feed and automatically feed it into like a blogger feed and then post your blogger link over to Facebook, where all it does is give a short little summary of your article, and if they want to read the whole thing, then they have to click the read more, which sends them back to Empower.
Yeah.
So there's
True.
ways around some of that in posting Empower. So, in a way, the whole Facebook slap for Empower specifically has made it harder to just use strictly Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
But generally Facebook for me, there's times where I didn't log in anything else for a long time if I was busy.
yeah, I feel the same way. I use Twitter about an hour a day, but I'm always on Facebook. I'll even be on Facebook while I'm on Twitter. But I found it interesting what you just said, because I believe just maybe 2 weeks ago it was now, I actually asked Kimberly if there was still a Facebook band, and she responded as if I was crazy. But the honest truth is I don't know that my Empower links can't go onto Facebook, because that's just one perk of using a marketing system. And y'all, we'll be talking about my marketing system later on this week for all of you. But the fact of the matter is, Empower links are blocked, but my make30k.net link isn't blocked. My 30k payday link isn't blocked. So all of my Empower stuff goes out there, and I can still do what Tina Barnett did to get her red lanyard, and that was consistently put a Empower network status in every single Facebook group every 20 minutes, it seemed like, every day. I could still do that. And it's just like, Kimberly was like, what do you mean is it blocked?
Well,
are you living
no,
under
but
a rock?
They have the social media bar now that you can use. It's an app, and you can go in and you can put your blog in there and just your URL link and everything, and you can post all of that in Facebook now.
That's what I need to do instead of creating subdomains with GoDaddy.
Yeah, it's easy. It's so easy. It's called Social Media Bar, and it's an app. And all you have to do is just put the URL in there and the title and everything, and you can just take it and post it right in Facebook. So you can post your blogs in there again now.
Yeah, I have I used, even from the get-go, I have a FB webinar link that I send people to, and so it's not banned. I can send people to through Facebook. They click the link, which grabs their Facebook email, which is their right email, and then it sends them to the video, and they don't ever leave Facebook, and so they're watching the commissioned loophole video
Yes.
And so that's what I've used from the beginning. So it's kind of like BJ, you know, when it comes to like marketing stuff, I use my FB webinar, which isn't banned.
Yeah, you just got to think outside of the box.
Always a way around it.
Yeah.
That shows you the power of mindset again. I mean, it takes a particular mindset to even keep moving when stuff like this happens.
Yeah, because most people just panic and freak out and complain and it's just like,
right.
well,
This is an opportunity. This is great. I'm like,
now
what?
I can get all my stuff out there. Yeah. No one else can get their stuff in there.
That's right. It's like
way to do this. Yeah.
It's like system sales skyrocketed. What? We can still post our links using your system? Yeah. Okay. Boom, system buyer, system buyer, system buyer. It's like, go ahead. I don't spam Facebook groups, but you can. And now you can be one of the couple hundred using my system that no one else is. And you can continue to do it while the 50,000 who were spamming before are like, let me in.
Yeah. You done?
Yeah, I'm done, baby.
And she even comes and takes the plate away. Yeah, wifey, you need to leave him. I'm available.
No. No snatch.
Either of you two lovely ladies, would you make me cookies?
I'm not wifey material.
I could have told you that.
I'm not wifey material. No.
Darn. That's why
I've never been married, and I'm 40 years old because I'm not wifey material. I like those things done for me.
Same thing. How old am I? What year are we in?
Cynthia, how young are you?
I'm young. I am, I think, 40. I turned 44 here shortly.
She said, I think. She lost count after what age?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm 29 with 11 times. This is my 12th term at 29.
Yeah, 44, never been married, so Kim and I are,
I've never been married.
Good at that thing.
No, never been married. Don't have any desire to get married.
Yeah, but I've never been married either. Don't worry about it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're 20. That's what you call genius right there, buddy.
Yeah. Be
20 and not married. Like, keep it that way for another 10 years at least.
Yeah, at least. That's what I said. Oh, okay, I'm going to wait till I'm 30. Right?
You guys know how old I was when I got married?
No, how old?
19.
Ooh, you right on it.
I'm psychic, man.
19 years old.
Wow.
Guess how long I've been with her, though? By age?
6 years.
6 years before 19?
Oh, before 19. I thought you meant since.
No.
You're probably with her since you were...
15?
I was going to say 15.
Hey, I wanted Cynthia to guess. Yeah, you got it, 15. 15.
I was going to say sophomore in high school, have been 15 years old.
Yeah, I was 15.
How old are you now?
32.
Wow, you're older than you look on Google Hangout in that little bitty box. That little bitty box makes you look young.
Yeah.
Like a young Chinaman, don't I? Hurry up and buy.
Me love you long time.
Hurry up and buy.
It's good for you. You get all in.
Me and Lawrence Town was supposed to do a picture like that. We forgot to do it. I was gonna I actually did it with a picture with me and David Sharp. My eyes was all chinky. I was supposed to do one with Lawrence Town. Hurry up and buy. We both like this.
Oh my God, you guys.
I'm black in these.
You want some more?
Yes, baby. Appreciate it.
Making me jealous, kid. Making me jealous.
Oh man.
That is great. That is great. So everybody's calling us a badass. I don't know if y'all are looking at these comments.
I'm not seeing the refreshed ones. I tried to post that social media bar thing into YouTube, but they won't let me do that.
Yeah, it won't let you post links.
No.
We don't want them to get that resource anyway. I like them coming to me and buying my system better.
Oh.
Don't help the people out. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
What do you think we are, trainers or something? Success coaches? What's
Dang, we already don't smoked enough blunts, Kimberly. Don't give them the whole bag.
Well, this will help you too, Angelo, instead of going to GoDaddy.
Yeah, but
Did you see it there?
That's behind the scenes aftermath. You know.
That's right. That is great.
More cookies.
Claudia says, 2 beautiful ladies and 2 boss guys. Thank you. It's always good to feel appreciated. I always got 7 new ones.
Kings and queens.
What would you guys do if you had no teeth?
What?
What?
If
I
had
don't want to
no
know.
teeth. Whew.
What kind of question is that?
I wonder would that please my wife more.
We just need Krishna here because that'd have been a snort fest. Oh no.
Yeah, what happened to her? She never came back.
No. Well, the last time she did that, she went in and lay down with her daughter and fell asleep.
She said that her computer overheated.
Oh, did it?
Hurry. Yeah.
Aw.
But that was an hour ago. Oh, Claudia says all of you people look like movie stars. Well, actually, Cynthia happened to be a supermodel, and Kimberly did happen to be a movie star. So Angela and I are just here, basking in the glory of it. So thank you, Claudia. If we were movie stars, what movie would we be in, guys?
Oh, good Lord.
I don't know. I'm not good at movies. I have a chillin'. If I watch a movie, it's usually like Cars or
Disney or something, right? 3D.
I don't know. What's an adult movie? I don't even know what that is anymore.
I don't know either. No, I can't remember.
I'd be the chick car in Cars. What was her name? Sally?
I haven't watched TV since I've been trying to do my business. I haven't really watched any TV, but recently I've been watching some Netflix movies from my wife. I took out the time. I was like, all right, I'll take a break and watch some movies, but I really haven't watched too much TV.
Me either. I consistently watch WWE. I'm going to watch that when I get off this live stream, but that's about it until January when Suits comes back on. That's my show. But Kimberly and I really have become your new television. You don't have to watch TV.
Yeah.
You can be entertained and learn about business, and sometimes about drinks and no bras and all sorts of crazy random other things. So.
And you'll get to find out the high traffic porn sites BJ put ads on.
That's right. Can't give away all the secrets, man. Can't tell them that everything I learned about marketing I learned from the porn industry. Or was that mom?
Nah, man, real talk, man. My friend has Alexa.com, right? He said he looked up this porn site called X Hamsters. Like, dude, it's ranked number 48.
What?
Maybe you could put some ads on it.
Wow. That's
funny.
Awful. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
He's not in internet marketing or anything. He was just being funny.
Got BJ's mind working.
I'm just trying to think what kind of ad campaign.
There's some people typing in X Hamster right now.
I'm trying to figure out.
They're all checking it in. What is it?
I'm trying to figure out 2 things. There's some real shit with some hamsters over there, and
hamster.
Ew.
What?
And then 2, what kind of ad campaign could convert really well on a website like that?
Oh,
yeah, but wasn't that what Russell Brunson did or something with the he was advocating porn sites, but he was placing ads for people that were addicted to porn on porn sites. So he was getting all the leads from the porn sites because, you know, he was like, "Do you need help with your porn addiction?" And stuff
I think I'm gonna secretly test it.
I think I'm way ahead of you.
I'm going for a refill.
Cindy's like, I need another drink if we're going to talk about this.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why we named this Ride 'em Cowgirl.
You can't say that when they're gone.
Oh.
Cowgirl. Hey, BJ, that'll be a good hook tomorrow to watch the replay.
Oh, heck yeah.
Find out our porn traffic source.
Our secret porn traffic source. It has something to do with hamsters and riding 'em cowgirl.
Jeez. What a weird blog post that would be.
Hamsters, porn sites.
I say
hamsters, porn sites, and cowgirls. Oh my!
I didn't.
That could be
I
a
didn't
blog
know you
post
said
title.
hamsters.
Hey, I say number 48 is high. High traffic is site, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of traffic, but how target is it?
I thought you said Napster, not
I got
hamster.
it. I can't wait for her to get back. It's perfect. I know what we can test, guys. Cynthia and her partner Scott, they do a naked reveal type website where she's naked on it and she has that little like poster thing in front of her. That's what we can test on the porn site. See a naked cowgirl.
See a naked cowgirl.
See a naked cowgirl make some money.
Hey.
See what a naked cowgirl does to make her money.
Hey.
We got $1 million campaign.
Well, you just shared it with everybody.
Of course, because I don't want to be the one that actually does it.
I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, take one for the team, Angelo.
Oh, it's terrible. We should know. Oh man. That's great. Our 21 viewers are all like, real quick, like, is that really how he makes his money?
Somebody said funny and sexy. I love you guys, show. A pimp movie.
I'd pay $700 to spend 11 minutes with one of the ladies.
Tell Cynthia. Oh
no! What now?
So they're gonna test Cynthia on porn sites. Your website.
Cynthia, we had $1 million campaign idea.
Yeah.
Okay. After I stopped crying from the last comment. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna take the website that you and Scott did where you're naked and you're holding up the little thing, and we're gonna post onto the
porn
the 48
site.
Yeah, the porn site. Watch how a naked cowgirl makes her money online.
I have more of them from that photo session. I have ones of just me. If you go into the website, we actually did shots with our heads because so many people are like, that's not really you. Y'all didn't do that. So when on the About Me page, it actually has like a more of a full like picture with our heads attached to prove that it was us.
It's good because I was starting to get worried if your head was chopped off. That'd be kind of interesting.
The banner like left it like a little questionable, but those signs too. Those words aren't on the signs; they were just white, so we can put like any words we want on those.
Oh.
So every picture has just a white thing that we're holding, so that we can just Photoshop any words on there.
Hey, could you picture somebody telling their story on the stage how they found Ian?
I saw this naked picture.
I was on his porn site.
Well, imagine if this converts and
this
Cynthia
banner.
becomes like the number one earner, and they're like, Cynthia, what's your secret? And she's like,
Get naked, drink vodka.
well, you see, I posted all over these porn sites about how I make money naked, and I mean, I got all these viewers.
Oh, shoot.
Oh
I'm
no!
gonna like Facebook pay-per-click that. See if it trans.
Oh no! This is great.
See if Facebook pay-per-click would convert.
With how a naked social cowgirl makes her money.
Naked, yeah. Learn how to
bet it would.
Learn how to make money naked.
Yep.
I could just picture one little fellow saying, one night my wife wouldn't get me none. It was
And
4
now
in the morning.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Pimps.
That is awfully awesome. Claudie's serious though. He'll pay $700 for 11 minutes with one of y'all. Man, who is this dude?
Somebody who'll be on X Hamster.
I've been saving up my money for 3 weeks, and I will fly wherever.
Oh shoot!
That's right, Angelo. That's where he's gonna be.
Oh shoot!
Angela, as soon as you come onto these things, we got all the perverts showing up.
I guess I attracted him with my mindset, man.
How many people are still on, DJ?
Huh?
How many people are still on?
21,
How many people did we start with?
25.
I think it's just random people hopping off and on. That's what usually happens. I mean, it's probably been more like 30 or 40. They just hit at different times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's to see our view count will be a lot different to see how many viewers we actually have. These are just the consistent ones that have stayed because this number hasn't been fluctuating. Like when we started, we hopped on with 13, and then about 5 minutes into it, we jumped to 20, and then we hit our peak at like. We actually hit the highest number we hit was 29, and we stayed there for like 20 minutes, and then we've been 25 for a couple of hours, and then now we're back up to 24. So, you know,
All the night owls are coming out now.
Yeah, we're fluctuating between 21 and 24 fairly consistently right now. So that we think you 24 are badasses that you'll stay on, whether we're talking about Facebook marketing or you know,
I'm just getting some like,
or using some porn sites for marketing.
Hey.
And if any of y'all actually test that idea out, please let me know how it converts.
I'll let you know. Man.
Angelo's doing it. He's all over here. He's doing it.
This is a private message, as I may be willing to pay for a co-op in that, but not publicly.
No name attached. No.
My Facebook is still in pirate. I logged in over here and I'm like, what the heck?
I just changed mine.
Oh my God. Peering into the depths. What does it say? September. Sorry.
I still have mine in it too.
Cast a new bottle. Oh, if I want to send a message, cast a new bottle. Okay. It takes a second to figure out how to like navigate this in pirate. Scour for scallywags, islands, or general thingies. Oh my God. In the search bar? I don't think we saw that earlier, did we?
No.
In the search bar on Facebook.
Yeah, I see
where
it.
normally
Yes,
says
scour for
search,
scallywags.
Scour for scallywags,
thingies.
islands, or general thingies.
I still have mine in there.
Oh God. BJ, did you freeze again?
No.
Oh, you're just being real still. He gets real still and quiet. I'm like, is he frozen?
I know, he's probably sleeping. Wakes up.
Never that. Just replying to these people. One of them saying Lynchburg in the house. I see you in the city I'm at right now.
Somebody said, I love this shit.
Angelo, did you change your Facebook to pirate with us?
I don't know how to change it back.
Cast overboard. What does that mean? Cast overboard.
How do you do pirate?
Used to be receiving warning shots for this item, seeing as it is yours. I don't know what Facebook's talking about.
How do you go pirate?
That's what happens when you
add some scribblings to your portrait.
I think that's talking about a caption.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, people.
Great.
I was logging in here actually just to see like what else could we
talk about,
teach people about Facebook. Arr.
It's crazy.
Arr.
Okay, I'll ask you pretty much the same question I ask everybody else. If you had to start completely over, you lost your list, you lost all of your assets online, you lost your reputation, your name, all that. All you had left was the knowledge that you have right now. What would you do? Where would you start? And where would you be in 90 days?
What would you promote?
I would probably just focus on traffic. You didn't say I didn't have any money, so I can assume I still have some money.
Yeah.
And I would start driving traffic. I mean, if you don't have your blog, your Facebook, your leads, I mean, anything, start driving traffic to a capture page and building leads and create a relationship with them through your AWeber series and, you know, build everything else back up.
Okay, how would you go about doing that? And what product would you promote if you would promote a product? And what would your 90-day outcome be?
Product would probably have to be Empower because that's like a good, I mean, $25. Who doesn't have $25? You know, it can't be something that's like join my MLM for $5,000 or $500 or whatever. You know, people don't do that. It's got to be, you know, an Empower type of lead-in product where you can get leads for it fairly easily. Where would I be in 90 days? I mean, if I had unlimited money, I'd just throw money at Shakir like Lawrence did. So, I mean, what can you do in 90 days? Probably can't get a big check in 90 days. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But, you know, if money was no object, I'd find some good traffic sources, 2 or 3 of them, and just throw money at them.
Yeah.
I like it. It stays pretty consistent with what everybody else has been saying to do. So just goes to show you that there is a formula to success. And if you guys are listening to all of our, you know, our friends, all of our star powers coming through who get asked that question, and it's becoming a common theme, and we're going to ask it to a lot more people. So if you guys haven't heard Tom's answer, or you haven't heard any of our other cast answer, I think we've asked it to like 5 people now. You know, you can start paying attention. You may need to go back and watch that segment. We pretty much are close to closing, if not always closing with that, just because I like to have that last little aspect for them to take away with. But you can pretty much map out, especially if you're new, you know, that is what I do specifically for you. This is what Kimberly and I ask specifically on your behalf. You know, if you are new, that's your main question. What can I do to get me started right now? If you were in my shoes to get to where you are, because obviously, you know, you don't just boom, you don't just the first day you're online become a Cynthia Social Cowgirl. You don't just become a Tom McMurray the second you start online. You don't just have a huge list that you have a relationship with automatically as soon as you get online. So you have to work your way to that, and you have to build up, and that's your question. So I always like getting their others' opinions on, you know, if they had to start over, and if they were in these newer people's shoes, what they would do. So I love that stuff. But you guys, if you're new, you got to hear us when we ask those questions, because it'll give you a blueprint on exactly, where you should start, what you should do, how you should react.
Yeah.
Now, Cynthia's was a little bit harder for all of you because, you're probably not as personable as Cynthia is. You definitely don't have as pretty a smile as she does, so it's going to be harder for you to build that relationship as easy as she will. But, you got to come in there and you got to start opting in some other people's list if you want to go with the list building idea and see how they do it. See what kind of relationship building emails they write and things like that. So that's just some more tips for you newbies out there.
Yeah, and see what Cynthia's doing on Facebook. No,
don't be afraid to subscribe in other people's lists.
Yeah, I do it. I mean, you go check out everyone else's pages, or see what they're doing. Obviously, it's working for them, so just go and model them. Doesn't have to be exactly. You can still, put your own stuff into it, but yeah.
Just a template to use.
Yeah. Like what kind of words they're using, what kind of questions, are they asking questions, or how are they engaging other people in what they're doing? Because I think that's a big part of it, with Facebook especially, is like asking questions and stuff.
And then you can take every marker, every leader out here and blend it all in and take a blender and you got some pimp juice.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo, Make Money Online Fast says, man, I just got 6 leads off HamsterX.com and one already did 15K formula. I'm stoked. Oh, you're my hero.
Oh,
let me know when the co-op starts. Oh,
God.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my God.
Too funny.
Also, if you guys out there, if there's people out there coming to Austin, we have a 5,600 square foot house rented within walking distance of the 6th Street Convention Center. Got room for 20 people.
Oh, is it?
Ooh.
Oh,
Hot
snap.
tub, sauna, 13 queen-size beds,
Oh, man.
2 kitchens.
And it's how much for how many nights, Cynthia?
4 nights, $350 total. And we're
crazy.
gonna bring food in on Thursday night, so we don't have to go. Last time we all went to Dick's, which was fun, but it wasn't necessarily cheap for everybody to eat and drink. So this time I think we're just gonna keep it intimate on Thursday night. Maybe eat in the house and then just go out and do a little sightseeing, play a little bingo.
Cool.
Shit.
But so we in San Diego, we included, we did like continental breakfasts and stuff. We of course I made like, I don't know, about 15 blenders of Vi shakes, it seemed like, but fruit and donuts and things like that for breakfast. That way people don't have to worry about, going to restaurants and things to eat before the events, just right there in the house. So
I know, I saw pictures.
Pancakes.
It's beautiful. It's very nice.
That place was gangster.
Yeah,
so y'all want to come stay with us? We've got some spots left. It was a blast in San Diego.
Yeah, Jermaine told me. Jermaine told me about that.
Yeah, he hung out with us in San Diego quite a bit. We had, quite a few people stop by. John